EYT Sports thanks our sponsors for making high school football coverage possible. Gorley Financial, Hager Paving, Carly Tire Company, Heater Lumber, Hopper Corp, ShopTeamWear.com, Red Bank Chevrolet, Independence Health Systems, Janney Montgomery Scott, The Clarion Office, Dubrook Inc., J&J Feeds and Needs, J&J Trailer Sales, Eric Schick Insurance, Kale's Kitchens. Stay tuned as we thank more sponsors throughout the broadcast.
You're looking live at Mansell Stadium in DuBois, Pennsylvania, where tonight the DuBois Beavers and the Clarion Wildcats, Central Clarion Wildcats, will play a football game here in DuBois, and it's going to be a beautiful night for football. Hello, everybody. This is Dave Katis, along with the governor, Bob Dunkle, Tyler Oakes, Nico Cosma here tonight for this big matchup. Mike Kalinowski, the Hall of Famer governor, not able to make it tonight, handling the KSAC Volleyball Championships. Could we pull this off by ourselves tonight?
It's going to be a challenge, but I think we'll rise to the occasion. Well, you've got to rise a lot longer, or a lot bigger, I guess, than what I do. I'm still just second fiddle, so it's all good.
Yeah, well, I can't fit in size 14 shoes he wears, but we'll try to make it the best we can with everything. What a great night for a football game. The weather's great here, and we're in the Carly Tire pregame show on Explore Clarion. And Governor, you're starting to get to the end of the season, and this is a pretty good matchup tonight.
Oh, it is. You know, this is a Week 9 matchup, and you talked briefly about the weather a little bit. Weather won't be a factor. I think it's exciting that, of course, this game is taking place on a Thursday. I think if you talk to a number of coaches, they might feel a little different because they're missing out one night's worth of preparation. But I think it's great. It's a good way to break up the routine a little bit for the players, and certainly for the fans. I think they appreciate it as well. Yeah,
you talk to fans and you talk to people, and some of the coaches I talked to, and the Steeler game just happens to be on the same evening as this high school football game. So that's one of the things we're going to take a look at tonight with the Beavers and Central Clarion. We have a lot coming up on the Carly Tire pregame show. We're going to look a little bit inside the game coming up here shortly, and Landpro's going to take us around District 9. Of course, we're the only game in town tonight, but we have a whole list of District 9 games tomorrow that we'll go over. We'll talk a little bit about the governor's keys to the game and what he thinks is going to happen tonight here in DuBois, Pennsylvania. We'll talk about the field conditions. Big artificial turf game, so all the players are going to look exceptionally fast out there tonight. That's sponsored by Cousin Basil's Restaurant. And we're also going to talk about home field advantage, sponsored by Showcase Homes and Tempa Supply and Service. So a lot of stuff coming up here on the Carly Tire pregame show. We'll be back with more right after this.
Fallers Furniture just got better with fresh new styles from Best Home Furnishings. Refresh your home with new chairs that allow you to select your fabric your way. Select stylish, best-selling furniture and upgrade your comfort with power. And pieces that are both pet and kid-friendly. Relax in a new recliner in sizes and styles to fit everyone and every decor to meet your family's unique needs. Shop these new styles now before they're gone, only at Fallers Furniture.
Top Tier Federal Credit Union is rated #1 in Pennsylvania for the benefits provided to our members. Whether you're saving for tomorrow or building something big, we're with you every step of the way. Top Tier Federal Credit Union, everything banking should be.
World-class transportation manufacturer Brookfield Equipment is hiring night shift welders with a 12% pay differential. Monday through Thursday, lay out, assemble, and repair an array of projects using state-of-the-art welding technology, paid time off, and generous benefits. Join Brookfield Equipment's dedicated team as a night shift welder. Use your skills and turn those blueprints into an American-made product. Apply online today.
Legacy Archery in Brookville is your full-service bow shop, offering an indoor range, techno hunt video system, custom strings, and over 150 bows and crossbows and camo in stock. Whether you're new to archery or prepping for hunting season, Legacy has the gear and know-how to sharpen your skills. For expert healthcare, visit Primary Health Network's Clarion Community Health Center. Since 2014, we've provided family medicine, behavioral health, dental care, and walk-ins, all under one roof. Primary Health Network's Clarion Health Center is located at 30 Pinnacle Drive. Learn more at primary-health.net.
Are you ready to boost your team spirit? Look no further than shopteamwear.com, your one-stop destination for all your school and team apparel needs. We've got you covered whether you're a die-hard fan searching for the latest gear or aiming to fundraise for your team. And here's the best part, you're in control. Choose the products and prices that work for you. Discover the ultimate apparel shopping and fundraising experience at shopteamwear.com. It's time to gear up, fundraise with ease, and make a statement together. Boost your team spirit, empower your community. Shopteamwear.com, where passion meets fashion.
Oaks Building Supply is committed to providing quality building products to the community. Everything you need to get the job done right, visit Oaks Building Supply in Lucinda.
Fisher & Father Auto Parts, your locally owned Napa Auto Parts in Cranberry, Knox, Clarion, and New Bethlehem wants to extend a special message. Wishing all athletes a safe and healthy season. Good luck to all the teams.
One of the biggest risks to your future could be running out of money during a longer than expected retirement. Many people have not yet taken the time to determine if they will have enough assets to last throughout retirement. Our Retirement Income Evaluator can help you develop a roadmap and actionable recommendations. To learn more, stop by our office located at 162 South 2nd Avenue in Clarion. Give us a call at 223-9990 or visit JannyClarion.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Back on the Carly Tire pregame show. Dave Katis along with Bob Dunkle. We're broadcasting tonight from the Northern Pennsylvania Regional College broadcast booth. And Governor, want to roll out the red carpet to DuBois here, rolling out the red carpet segment sponsored by McMillan's Carpet Outlet. And want to thank all the people in DuBois for putting us up in a nice press box here tonight. And we'll talk a little bit later. Coach Wingert being able to supply us with some rosters and some other things that we have for preparation for our game. Always good when the local coaches help us out, Governor.
Yeah, I do appreciate that. These guys are so busy in the course, as we all know, woefully underpaid for the amount of time that they have to put in, but do appreciate their efforts because it makes our broadcast a whole lot easier and certainly more entertaining for the fans as well.
Well, let's look a little bit inside the game. Coming off a big win last week against Bradford, Central Clarion Wildcats basically destroyed Bradford in that football game last week, and DuBois coming off a big win at St. Mary's. Let's first take a look a little bit at DuBois, Governor.
DuBois is a team we know is certainly a team that loves to pass the football, and of course this season when you look at the stats, Dave, I think it's just overwhelming. As a team, they passed for just under 2,400 yards of offense with of course that leader Trey Wingert accounting for 2,213 of those yards. That is just, it constantly amazes me as I've watched the offenses evolve throughout the high school level. Of course, you certainly have. You got a couple more years under your belt, certainly what I do. But, seeing these offenses evolve, to see a high score, I mean, keep in mind, though, that's, 8 games. That's not 10 games. It's not 12 games. That's 8 games. That's a pretty lofty achievement and accomplishment. And that says a lot about this offense. One of their closer games was Karn City, and that was a shootout. We didn't have the benefit of being there, but our own Mike Kilroy was, and Mike really let us know throughout the game, hey, it's a shootout here at Karn City. And, of course, in the end, they were able to put enough points on the board and come away with a win.
Well, one thing about it is you start talking about those yards, and Winger can really rack them up. Last week against Brookville, 251 yards and 4 touchdowns. So it's amazing how quickly those yards can really add up.
Yeah, and this is my first opportunity to see him in person. He's a thick player. If you looked at him, I think that guy could, besides the number 10 that he wears, he could also wear 55. He could wear 66. He could be a lineman. He is that strong, physical, imposing kind of guy.
Yeah, we talked about him a few times through the past couple of years, and I got a chance to see him up at the D9 Combines up in Brockway the last couple of years, and you're understating what he is thick. I mean, he could be a heck of a nose guard. I look at people for a lot of different ways, like I could play nose guard instead of quarterback. But, I talked to his dad, who's the head football coach for DuBois, and I said, hey, what's going on? You guys are on a heck of a run here with everything. Is Dave? It all started in the summer. They did 7-on-7, and things started gelling together with him and the Hansley brothers, who we're going to talk about as far as receivers are concerned. And, those guys, the receivers, the Hansleys, can find green grass, and Trey's able to throw it out there, and they can run under it and everything. So, and the other thing, they've given him an awful lot of permission to call the play at the line of scrimmage. And if you can get a high school kid to be able to call plays at the line of scrimmage, you're going to make some hay.
You are. It's one thing to be able to call those plays, but to grasp it and completely understand it. And obviously, he does have a great understanding. You don't throw for those kind of yards by accident, so certainly that does tell the tale. You mentioned about the Hansley brothers, pretty productive year on their own right. As you take a look at some of the accomplishments, I mean, it kind of surprised me as I was going through the stat sheet, seeing what these guys, anytime you have a high school receiver coming up with 1,279 yards, are you kidding? In the NFL, the benchmark after 17 games is he a 1,000-yard receiver?
Yeah.
1,279 after 8 weeks? Are you kidding me?
It's a video game.
That's what it has to be. So obviously his numbers certainly jump out at you as you look at that, and that's pretty impressive. And, of course, as we look at Thatcher, he's adding 380. So, again, anytime you see guys adding those double-digit yards per catch average, that's also impressive, because that's meaning you're moving the sticks.
Well, they like to throw the ball an awful lot, and that's one thing Coach said, in my conversation with him. He goes, we're going to throw it, and we're going to see what happens. Now, if you go back and look at that defensive unit for Clarion, they're going to have a big night, and everything is a lot. We played that Bradford Central Clarion game on the grass down at the Larry Wajda Field last week. Now we start playing on turf, and when you start playing on turf, everybody looks a lot faster, basically, the whole way across. A couple other things. Defensively, DuBois has 3 sophomores on that defensive line. They've been together last year and in junior high. They're all playing as sophomores down there, and he really likes the production he's getting from them young men, and they're going to have to put a lot of pressure on Carter Hyman tonight.
Yeah, certainly, and that's going to be coming up. That's give you a little foreshadowing. It's going to be one of my big keys to the game, is how the interior line, how those down linemen play, really both sides of the football.
One other thing to wrap up as far as our inside look here on the Kerle Tire pregame show is they have returned 4 kickoffs for touchdown. He said, because I asked him, I said, how about your special teams? How's that going for you? He goes, well, we returned 4 kickoffs for touchdowns this year. I said, already? And he said, yeah. And, so they're pretty excited about their special teams. You definitely need to watch them. So we are in the Kerle Tire pregame show, and we have a bunch of seniors from every different aspect in athletics here. They're lined up all the way up to Brockway right now. So why don't we take a quick time out? We're going to come back, take a look at around District 9, basically, and we'll get back to Clarion a little bit and see what they need to do to come out as a victor in this game. And we'll be back with more on the Kerle Tire pregame show right after this.
From custom tees to engraved trophies, All American Custom Apparel and Engraving does it all. Screen printing, embroidery, awards, unique gifts, and more. Almost anything on almost everything, crafted with pride and designed to impress.
Just like your favorite team needs a solid game plan, you need a financial strategy for victory. Our advisors are fiduciaries, always acting in your best interest. That means transparent, tax-smart investing to maximize your wealth. Don't just play the game, win your financial future. Visit us at Gorley Financial, your trusted financial advisor. Gorley Financial is a proud sponsor of local youth events. Visit GorleyFinancial.com for more information. PA Mushroom Company, home of Forager's Kitchen, right on Route 66 in Lucinda. All season long, score big with their touchdown special. Any one-topping pizza, just $9.99. Pick one up and take it to the game. Forager's Kitchen, Route 66, Lucinda, PA. If your truck's down, your business is too. Bauer Truck Repair gets you back on the road fast with expert service and 24/7 roadside assistance. Call 814-226-6023 or visit BauerTruckRepair.com.
Back at Mansell Stadium, Central Clarion and DuBois going to tangle tonight. Senior night in DuBois. Going through a lot of the cheerleaders and a lot of people in the band and all kind of clubs. And Governor, I think they might have expanded it to every senior at the university here. I mean, it's just quite an impressive group. We haven't even got to the football players yet.
They are lined up from the end zone. They've surpassed the 50-yard line. Now they're coming on this side of the 50, and they're already down to about the 37-yard line. So, and there's a handful left. So, very impressive. Says a lot about too. I know it's a larger populated school, but to have this many students active, we've been in some schools, larger schools, where senior night turns out to be 4 or 5. And that's it. And, again, it's great to see a number of students participating in extracurricular activities.
Yeah, we're here and over here in some of the ones, art club and the band and dynamic club and everything else. So they got a lot of different organizations, and it's good for the young folks to get involved with some of those things. So we left it with a little bit of DuBois here. Let me wrap up a few things with that. Jackson Hansley, 3 touchdowns last week against Brookville. So that was a big weekend for those guys and everything. So, Bob, looking at Clarion, we sat in that game last week, and boy, we were both talking, along with the Hall of Famer Mike Kalinowski. We couldn't remember a game where so many points were put up on the board. What do you think about the Wildcats?
Well, a ton of points put on the board, and I tell people oftentimes as an athlete you need to have short-term memory. That was wonderful what happened last week. This is this week. You're facing a complete different opponent. Savor the moment, enjoy what happened, but the work started pretty much Saturday morning, and I think that's the approach that most of that team has taken. They realize that that's a once-in-a-lifetime night as far as scoring that many points, but they have to come back and go with a workman's-like approach here. Look, they know their work is cut out for them. They know the secondary is going to be tested, and that's I think the big challenge in tonight's ball game.
Yeah, it's a really we had a lot of games this year already, but this is a real chess match to see Clarion and Carter Hyman running the ball and Rex running the ball with everything with DuBois' offense going to throw it a ton, and it's going to see how Clarion can basically relax to it. We're sitting here in the Northern Pennsylvania Regional College broadcast booth on the Carly Tire pregame show. Let's take a look around District 9, Governor. It's Thursday night. We're the only show in town. But coming up tomorrow night, we have a lot of action.
Yeah, Karn City traveling to Punxsutawney. That's a revenge game. Obviously, Punxsutawney coming back earlier on in the season, and they came away with a win. At one point they were trailing 19-0 in that ball game. Came back, won the ball game to remain undefeated at that point. And of course, you can bet that Karn City is very focused on that. They want to turn the tables tomorrow night.
Well, I talked to DJ Gold, who's their athletic director down at Punxsutawney this week, and I talked to their head coach. We'll talk about that tomorrow night a little bit. We're going to be down in Punxsutawney to broadcast that game. So they're really making a lot of arrangements. They got a lot of media coming tomorrow night. So this is the big game in town, basically, for tomorrow night. Now, I listened to you and Mike do that last Punxsutawney-Karn City game. I was in some rehab back home while you guys were doing that game, and what an exciting game and a big rematch to play teams back-to-back 2 times in your schedule, that's a unique factor, making its way into District 9 now.
It is a great factor, and of course, doing large parts, some of that is because of the way scheduling worked out. And of course, rather than sit at home, well, what the heck, go ahead and play that opponent a second time. I think it's great because one of the things I like about both those coaching staffs is they are eager to teach, and part of, I think, people lose sight of sometimes the role of a coach is as a teacher as well. And these 2 programs, they're teaching their players and going to learn by it. And of course, both of them are looking at that game as a playoff tune-up. Speaking of playoffs, of course, we didn't talk about it. Got to express one thought going back to this game. This is really, in a sense, a playoff game for Clarion area.
Yeah.
They're 4-4.
Absolutely.
I mean, they've got to keep on winning. But anyways, back to our schedule at hand here.
Yeah, you want to talk about that because both teams will stay with it because we have the game tonight, DuBois and Clarion. DuBois will finish up their season next week against Hollidaysburg, and Clarion's going to host Butler. And that game will be actually at Memorial Stadium next Friday night, and we're going to be broadcasting that game from Memorial Stadium. So only 1 game left in the regular season, basically. But tomorrow night kicks off the slate with Karn City and Punxsutawney. St. Mary's is going to be at Bradford tomorrow night.
Yeah, they are, and of course, that's 2 programs there that have had some struggles this season, but also have been in some games, and that's a pretty good rivalry between those 2 schools because they are so close to each other. It's hard to picture when we say so close because we're spoiled being in the southern half of Clarion County, and you see that those 2 programs, again, know each other very well. And, of course, Brockway at Ridgeway. And, again, a place there where, again, there's a bit of a rivalry because they're adjoining school districts.
Yeah, you talk about that St. Mary's Bradford game. Something's got to give because St. Mary's was shut out last week against DuBois, and Bradford, of course, shut out against Central Clarion. So somebody's got to score some points, brother.
And they will.
Yeah, they definitely will. So Brookville is at Cameron County. Both teams struggling a little bit this year. Brookville's got to get it turned around as much as we go. We didn't get a chance to cover them too much this year.
Both teams there, that's a unique game in the fact that both teams have shown ability to score some points, but they both have to put it together and do it for 4 full quarters.
Union at Port Allegheny, going to be a big one up at Port Allegheny.
That is a huge, huge football game. I think that's the game that a number of people really are anticipating. Wish we could be there, but due to some technical issues, we won't be able to be there.
Red Bank is going to be at Keystone, Kane at Montauk, Bucktail at Cottersport, and to finalize everything, Otto Eldred will be at Smethport. So want to thank Landpro for taking around District Line. Governor, your keys to the game, Farless Furniture, keys to the game.
Well, my keys to the game, we're going to start out with Central Clarion. They are the visitors in this one. I think the big key is they have to establish the run. This offense needs to have success running the ball, and if they have success running the ball, it's going to open up that passing game a little bit. I think obviously, too, they got to get the playmakers involved early and often. The first 2 names come to mind, of course, would be Rex and Burford. They need to have those 2 guys have a big game. I think obviously the defensive line has to apply pressure to Wingard. The big key is if they can apply pressure, that's going to help that secondary out. I think sometimes we tend to forget that defensive back's best friend is a good, strong defensive lineman. And they also don't get into a track meet. You don't want to do that. You don't want to try and win this game 46-44 scenario. Obviously, for DuBois, I think the key, throw, and, throw some more. I think certainly you want to control the line of scrimmage as well. And I think, too, you need to come up with a formula to contain Burford and Rex. You can't allow these guys to make big plays. When I say big plays, I mean to play up 20 yards or greater. And finally, special teams. They need to be focused. I think Central Clarion has had a lot of success with special teams, but we know, and you kind of tipped the cap a little bit, said about the 4 kickoff returns already, it is going to be a huge factor in this ball game if DuBois can have success with those special teams.
And those are the Governor's keys to the game, sponsored by Fallers Furniture. Cousin Basil Restaurant, field conditions, absolutely fantastic. I mean, the turf in good shape. No rain, no weather conditions basically at this point, so the field conditions are going to be pretty good. That's sponsored by Cousin Basil's Restaurant. And finally, Home Field Advantage, Governor.
Home Field Advantage. I think it's got to be senior night. Anytime you have that many seniors involved, I'm sure today it was a lot of fun throughout the school. Everybody thinking, hey, realizing what's going on here. So anytime you're experiencing that senior night, that's a once in a lifetime occurrence as a senior football player. Of course, some of these other students will be involved in other extracurricular activities, but this is the one that hits home first because it's the fall of the year. It's the first one that takes place in the school year.
That's right, and it's the only game in town on this Thursday night. So let's take a quick break. We'll be back with the Legacy Archery kickoff right after a timeout. You're listening to Thursday Night Football, special edition on exploreClarion.com.
This is how far we'll go to detect lung cancer. 5 millimeters, and a chest x-ray can't see it. Independence Health System uses low-dose CT scanning and advanced visualization to detect and treat lung cancer at its earliest stage, leading to more treatment options and potentially better outcomes. Early, accurate, and advanced detection and therapy, all available at Independence Health System. Expert care here.
For over 55 years, Parker Furniture has brought comfort and style to homes with quality you can trust. Family owned and proudly serving Northwestern Pennsylvania, visit them at 2683 State Route 257. Parker Furniture, where your home begins.
Looking for a dentist who truly cares? At Rooted Dental, Dr. Mealy combines expert care with hometown heart. From cleanings to confident smiles, your family's comfort is our priority. Rooted Dental, where healthy smiles begin, on Main Street in Knox.
Showcase Homes in Shippenville offers modular and manufactured homes with over 240 customizable floor plans. Tour 8 display models on site, ready for immediate delivery. From permits to porches, we handle it all, from start to finish.
At the Carpet Barn in Clarion, flooring is anything but boring. We handle everything, from expert installation to full removal and cleanup, with precision, care, and commitment to quality. Visit our showroom and find flooring that works as hard as you do. The Carpet Barn, where style meets service.
Back at Mansell Stadium, Dave Katis along with the governor, Bob Dunkle, and the Carly Tire pregame show. Let's step aside and listen to the DuBois Area High School's rendition of our national anthem. Oh, great job by the DuBois area marching band. Friday night or Thursday night. Geez, Governor, you got to correct me 10 times here and everything. So Thursday night, everybody getting all geeked for the big game in town. Lights starting to take effect on the football field, basically, and should be a good one.
It should be a good one. You know, speaking of the band, I've talked about this different times throughout the course of the season and really ever since COVID. It is wonderful to have bands at these athletic events. Certainly makes a big difference with the crowd, the atmosphere. They bring so much to it, and I think at times we don't always give as much acknowledgement to the band as what they deserve, but certainly a great rendition of the national anthem, currently doing the school alma mater right now.
Well, I'll tell you, Clarion's band put on a good show last week. I tell you what, for over the years, man, the band has been fantastic, you know, at a lot of different places. I remember the whole thing that Red Bank had last year. I was all gunned up about Red Bank's band last year. They played all the songs that I liked and everything, and, you know, so, yeah, that adds a special element to all the football games. But tonight, big game. Everybody in town, seeing a lot of people from different school districts with their jackets on and such coming down to watch this big time shootout between the Central Clarion Wildcats and the DuBois Beavers.
Yeah, that's the exciting part. I think one of the things I enjoy about this Thursday night game, you know, a number of years ago, of course, not every school had lights, so you had a lot of Friday and Saturday games. But the issue with the Saturday game, if you were a college football fan, it was tough because, of course, you had obviously in our neck of the woods, you had Clarion University playing, but you had Pitt, you had Penn State, and there's only so much quality time, and you couldn't be multiple places at one time. So it's great that they're doing this on Thursday. I like that better than a Saturday scenario.
Oh, absolutely. Saturday at 1 just doesn't do it for me. Saturday should be reserved for college football, Sunday for NFL, you know. But you talk about lights. Everything is cyclical. When I was the associate athletic director for a few years at the university. Mr. Carlson was the AD, and he did everything he could to put lights into that stadium, down at Memorial Stadium. And he wanted to play night games. And we're lucky if we play one night game at the university there now. You know, they want to play the Saturday afternoon games, and instead of Saturday night games.
Well, the challenge is if we get a cold fall. That Saturday night game's pretty cold.
Yeah,
pretty brisk.
Well, the latest you could start those games on the university side is basically 6 o'clock. You can't start them any later because those college teams have to get back to East Stroudsburg and Westchester and such. But the night games are great. I've been enjoying all the Friday night games. So referees are down there. Ceremonial coin toss. Looks like Clarion has won the toss and will defer. So it looks like the Beavers are going to get the ball to start.
Coach Eggleton and I have the same opinion, liking to defer to the second half. Of course, you're a big advocate to take that ball as many times as you possibly can, and that's okay.
Take that ball. The more times you can touch it, the more times you'll score. I don't think I'll ever change over from that. I heard that once at a football clinic. It's like, hey, guys, I want to defer to the second half. Touch it. Take it as many times as quickly as you can, but the more times you have the opportunity to score.
What always amazes me, if you watch a lot of NFL games and a lot of college games, how does, from a time standpoint, it seems like probably 80% of the time, that team that defers winds up scoring late in the second, then they get it back, and it's a double whammy.
I heard a lot of that this past weekend in the NFL, that people will score before half and they get the ball back and score, and all of a sudden it's a 14-point swing on a lot of the teams. So, got to keep an eye on DuBois here. They've returned 4 touchdowns four kickoffs for touchdowns this year. So, Central Clarion, I'm sure, spending a lot of time on special teams and their kickoff coverage.
You know, you're one of these. If you're on a kickoff coverage team, you have to stay in your lane. You know, sometimes you want to chase the ball, become a ball hawk. You really have to stay in your lanes.
London Duncan, one of the guys beat deep for DuBois, along with Jackson Hansley. Set deep. Daniel Schweitzer kicking off for the Wildcats. And here we go. Glad to have you with us on a Thursday night from Mansell Stadium. It's a short kick. It's going to be taken by one of the up men and bounces off his leg. And looks like DuBois will probably have the ball around the 27-yard line of DuBois. And here comes that offensive unit for the Beavers.
You can see early on the strategy, kick it a little short. You're going to sacrifice a few yards, but there's not near as good a chance as far as a big return taking place when you kick it a little short like that. But still, not too bad a field position if you're a Central Clarion fan. And if you're a DuBois fan, you're saying, hey, we've got some real estate to work with.
Well, here comes Trey Wingert, putting up over 2,000 yards throwing the football. DuBois is going to come out in trips. Running back split left to Wingert. Clarion looking to bring a blitz. Here's Wingert's pass. It's going to be complete to Jackson Hansley. Here's Hansley. He's up over 30-yard line, and look out, he's got some room. He's at the 45 to the 50-yard line. They're going to mark him out at the 50-yard line, and just like that, Wingert to Hansley on a big gainer.
Yeah, just a simple play. They're going to throw it out to the flats, basically a wide receiver screen, and it looked like Central Clarion read it pretty well, but just could not bring Hansley down. He gets a 23-yard gainer out of it.
Well, Governor, that defensive line for Clarion, all in the up position. Nobody down in the bottom position. Here's Wingert. He's going to dish that ball off to 44 London Duncan, and Duncan maybe pick up 1 or 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, pretty well defended. You hit the nail on the head as far as those down linemen, not in that typical position. Sometimes as an offensive lineman, that presents more of a challenge because you're used to making contact with somebody low.
Well, I know Coach Wingert wanted to get off to a quick start as far as DuBois is concerned, and he did on the first play. Good job by that Clarion Wildcat defense, that Central Clarion defense, to stuff it. Second down, and they say he'll pick up 1. So second down and 9 from the 49-yard line. Wingert having a conversation with London Duncan. Like I said earlier, he calls a lot of plays at the line of scrimmage, so keep an eye on it. And either the Clarion, looked like Hyman might have jumped, or number 63.
Central Clarion was showing blitz all along, and I think they may have broke the neutral zone. They do.
It's going to be offsides on the Wildcats.
Offside against the Wildcats.
Looked like Hyman tried to get a quick little jump there.
Yeah, this is where if you're a lineman or you're that blitzer, yeah, you want the extra edge, but you got to almost plug your ears. Don't listen to the cadence.
Second down and 4 from the 45-yard line. Here's Wingert. Quick pass, a good slant pass. That's the Jackson Hansley, and Hansley up over the 40, all the way down to the 30-yard line of Central Clarion.
Yeah, 15-yard gainer.
Boy, laid it on a rope. Looks like those two have run that pattern for about 5 years now.
Yeah, I guarantee a couple thousand times in practice, let alone what the game stats read. Wonderful combination.
So they'll pick up a first down. It's Clarion Ford first down. First down and 10 at the 31-yard line. Hansley with Duncan to his left. Wingert going to throw it again. There's a penalty flag on the play intended for Jackson Hanley on the near side around the 10-yard line.
Yeah,
penalty flag went up.
Yeah, not going to be a question on that one. That'll be a defensive pass interference penalty. And, yeah, it's one of those deals, good chance that might have went for 6 if the fraction didn't take place.
Yeah, they're going to call that penalty on Clarion secondary back there. Might have been Mason Burford back there, number 17. Might have got called on that one. So DuBois moving the ball methodically and also with some help of penalties. 2 penalties on this drive for the Wildcats. First down and 10 at the 16-yard line. Wingert back to pass, looking, getting some rush from behind, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Number 14 came like crazy, Briggs Beckwith, and he's going to get Wingert with a loss in the backfield.
Just an incomplete pass on that one, Dave. He just got that ball off. I think the post kind of jumped out in front of you a little bit on that one.
Well, he got rid of it, but Briggs Beckwith coming with a lot of heat that time, so good defensive play by the Wildcats. That'll bring up a second down and 10 at the 16-yard line. Got twins left, single receiver on the right. Wingert with Duncan in the backfield. TJ takes some time. 7-step drop, looking back. He's looking for his receiver, and it's going to be picked off. Going the other way. We'll pick up a name, but Winger's pass being picked off, and the Wildcats with a big play on that first drive. Looked like number 18, Jackson Moravitz, with that interception, and we're going the other way.
It is. Moravitz takes it on the tip. Great job with the return. And dodging a 6-point bullet on that one is Central Clarion.
Boy, it looks like he had Hansley back there, but he was just not able to reel it in, and Moravitz right there at the right time. So let's go the other way. First down and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Going to bring him actually at about the 28 on this one.
28-yard line. Here's Hyman. He's got Rex in the backfield. And a little bit of miscommunication, and Davey Eagleton wants a timeout to talk about it.
Yeah, that's a good timeout for Coach Eggleton because you just got that big turnover. You don't want to squander your opportunity here.
We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be back after this timeout. You're listening to Explore Clarion. Clarion against DuBois from Mansell Stadium. We'll be back right after this.
Our focus has always been on you at Clarion County Community Bank. We're a full-service bank that offers the financial tools you need and the personal attention you deserve. You'll discover we're not just investing in our community, we're investing in you. Clarion County Community Bank.
MPRC helps me with the flexibility of the class times. I'm able to balance work, our hobbies of racing, and our family time in general with being able to take classes when it's convenient for me.
Affordable opportunities are endless at Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. If you're looking to start next semester or next year, apply now at discovernprc.org. discovernprc.org.
Back in DuBois, Dave Katis and Bob Dunkle, the governor. Clarion coming after that timeout. Quick one, handoff to Ethan Rex. He picks up a nice little hunk, about 10 yards, so that'll set up a first down and 10 at the 38-yard line. Burford split to the left. He's a go-to guy. They've done a lot of those sweeps, and here's another one. Pop pass over to Burford. He gets about 5. Up on that right side, we saw a lot of that last week at the beginning of the game against Bradford.
Yeah, nice, simple play, and again, that's one of those deals where it's tough to defend. If he gets the 5 to 7 yards of crack, you're going to stay with that all night.
So they'll give him 7. They'll place the ball at the 45-yard line of Central Clarion. Second down and 3. Hyman with Rex in the backfield. Hyman, handoff to Rex. Rex looking on the left side. Really nothing there. Good job by that DuBois defensive line. Headed out there by number 55, Noah Crawford.
Noah Crawford.
Stopping Rex on that play.
In on that tackle for the Beaver defense.
So that'll bring up a third down and 3 for the Wildcats. See what Coach Eggleton has in store. 8:33 remaining in the first quarter. DuBois took the initial possession and took it all the way down the field. An interception by Moravitz, and now Clarion on their first possession has the ball up over the 45. 3rd and 3. Here's Rex. Cuts to the left. Ethan Rex still on his feet. He's at the 45. Good, hard running by Ethan Rex, and that's going to be enough for Central Clarion first down, but there's a penalty flag on the play. Call's going to be holding against Clarion. Ah, boy, good hard running by Ethan Rex, but that one's coming back.
Yeah, tough break there. He's going to have about 13 yards on that one by the time it was all said and done, and said they're going to march this one back.
Rex so far with a couple good spurts through that defensive line of DuBois. And like we mentioned in the pregame show, the governor, they got 3 sophomores starting on that defensive line for DuBois.
Yeah, certainly a very bright future for this squad.
So after the penalty, 3rd down and 13 from the 36-yard line. Trips left. Burford, single receiver at the top of the screen. Here's Hyman looking for somebody. He's got Rex. He's got Rex at the 45 to the 50. Ethan Rex got some running room. He's up over the 40. He's to the 30. He's to the 20, cuts back in. He's still on his feet at the 10. He's going to go for a Central Clarion Wildcats touchdown. Ethan Rex.
64 yards.
64-yard touchdown reception by Ethan Rex.
64 yards.
Wow. Boy, big cut, and boy, is that what the Central Clarion Wildcats needed on that play.
Talk about the importance of points off a turnover. Great example.
So the Wildcats bust on the board first. Line up for the extra point. Logan Bish, he was correct last week. That one gets a little bit of a tip, and it'll go through. So with 7:47 remaining in the first quarter, Central Clarion on the board, 7-0 over DuBois. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to the EYT Network.
Your eyes are the window to your soul, so take care of them. The Laurel Eye Clinic provides complete care from annual exams, glasses and contacts to cataract and retinal surgery, LASIK and more. As a trusted leader in family eye care for 50 years, you can trust them with yours. Call or visit us online today.
Back at DuBois, 64-yard pass from Hyman to Ethan Rex gets the Wildcats on the board.
And it has this crowd a little stunned.
I think we had us stunned up here. It looked like it was just going to be a little dump off trying to pick up the first down, and meanwhile he goes 64 yards. Here's the kick. It's going to be taken back. Tried to take him by Hansley at the 10-yard line. It's going to go out of bounds. And Central Clarion, DuBois will take over possession. I'll see where they're going to mark that with the flag.
Should be at the 35.
Yeah.
I'm still a guy, I believe in making them kick it all over again. Let those guys run down the football field again.
Looks like they're going to take it. Coach Wingert will take that penalty, and they'll move all the way back out to the 35-yard line, and that's where the Beavers will take over possession. They moved the ball very well on their first possession.
You've got soft coverage on this right-hand side.
Got trips right, single receiver at the top. Referee blows the whistle. Here goes the play clock. Here's Wingert. Tosses it over to London Duncan. Duncan still on his feet. Duncan, good run, and he's out near that first down marker. Looked like he might have it. Good pursuit. Briggs Beckwith in on the tackle for Central Clarion, and that is going to be enough for a first down. The white hat wasn't really definitive. There he goes. Trying to get the chain groove moving.
I think that's a nice move to keep this defense on the honest side a little bit. Don't be surprised if you see DuBois go to the air.
Yeah, big plays. And like you said, Jackson Hanley lined up here one-on-one with Mason Burford on this right side. That's going to be a battle we'll watch all night. Wingert rolls right, looking for somewhere to go. He's getting some pursuit. He's at the 40-yard line, lets it fly downfield, and it's going to be incomplete.
That's some great pressure being put on by the defensive front there for Central Clarion. Applying the pressure, forcing the early throw. And Wingert couldn't get a lot of mustard on that one.
Samson Deed back there, number 1 for the Beavers. Good coverage by Ethan Rex. Once again, all draped out in his pink, so he's very easy to see on the football field. Second down and 10, and now I think DuBois wants to take a timeout.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion that time.
Yeah, they got some people coming in and out and everything. We'll keep it here.
Yeah, that's a good timeout to take because, again, it's a second and 10 situation. You got the ball in a great field position, but you don't want to risk anything crazy here. make sure everybody gets on the same page. That's the experience there of Wingert as well.
Once again, a reminder, first quarter being brought to you by the Clarion Forest VNA. We thank the VNA and Lisa Steiner for all her help and support of local high school sports.
You know, I'm watching the fact, again, you see a lot of those down linemen defensively standing in the upright position. I know I saw that occur in the NFL a couple of years ago. I'm a huge Dolphins fan, and they needed something to mix things up. And I know that used to frustrate a lot of linemen on the offensive side until you get in sync, because you're used to surging forward and low. And all of a sudden now you got to go up top.
Yeah, where are these guys going to go? Are they going to do some stunts? They're going to loop-de-loop around? Where are they going to go? All right. After brief conversation on the sidelines, Coach Wingert sends the son back out there. Second down and 10 at the 45-yard line for the Beavers. There's Wingert. Hand over to London Duncan, and Duncan really nowhere to go. Hyman in there on the tackle, along with number 32, Alex Love.
And talking to the local media, we were talking, what to expect and who you might see a lot of. And, of course, we mentioned Hyman's name, no question about that. Huge factor in the ball game. So you got to be really careful here. It's a 3rd and long. Don't be surprised. Obviously, they're going to go to the air, but don't take it for granted as far as you got to watch those screens, because they do a great job of executing the screens.
I've seen Wingert run that football an awful lot. 3rd down and 12 from the 43-yard line. Wingert has the ball, fakes it to Duncan, looking for somewhere to go. Wingert with a lot of pressure. He's looking for an open receiver, and it's going to be tipped down there by number 14. Briggs Beckwith put his hand up, and the ball falls to the turf.
Well, down the field that time, and he slipped that time, was Deeb. Deeb. Deeb slipped.
So DuBois is going to have to punt this football away. 4th down and 12 from the 43.
And again, I think I don't look for any type of fake to take place here, but you still got to play this team straight up. And these guys are playmakers. They work on special teams as well.
Trying to pick up the punter's number here. That's going to be Seth Wilmot. Ball's going to take a bounce about the 20-yard line. And DuBois is going to down it pretty much about the 24-yard line, it looks like.
And once again, pretty decent field position for Central Clarion to start this drive. It's always good when you have a little bit of real estate behind you to work with. And you got to keep your foot on the accelerator here. You had a nice drive. You converted on a 3rd and long situation. You got 6 points out of it.
So here come the Wildcats. Moving right to left. Hyman in the backfield along with Rex. Snap to Hyman. Fakes it. He's going to keep that football. He's up over the 9-yard line. Or he's over the 35-yard line to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, big chunk of yardage.
Yeah, big one. Good fake that time. And I'm looking.
Took it from the 24. I think you got to spot that at the.
Well, it was a good fake.
44. 20-yard gain.
I was watching Ethan Rex on that play, and Hyman kept it and gets himself a 1st down.
We don't talk about the speed that Hyman has near as much probably as what we should. There's a prime example. You saw just how fast he is.
Now we're getting to a point where it's got to be Mason Burford time at some point here. Hyman in the backfield with Rex. Hands the ball off to Ethan Rex. Here's Rex around the right side. He picks up a really good block. He's on his feet. He's at the 30-yard line. Ethan Rex made a nice cut about the 40. Got himself inside of DuBois territory, and he's going to be brought down about the 31-yard line, it looks like. So good running by Ethan Rex. That's a gain.
25.
That's a gain of 25 yards. So they're doing it on the ground.
They are, and keep in mind the hold brought back one of his longer runs, a 13-yard run as well. He is up actually to some pretty decent yardage thus far.
And that's one thing DuBois was very weary of, is that running game at Clarion, and they're doing a good job so far in the first quarter. Here's Hyman. Hands that football off to Love, and Love loses his footing around midfield. and he slips. Love's going to get about 1 yard. They'll give Alex Love 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, going back to Rex, he has actually a total of 55 yards on the 3 attempts officially.
Well, I'm sure they're going to keep feeding him. He's sat out for that series, and he's coming back in.
He's a playmaker. There's no question about it. You want to get the ball into his hands. Again, you mentioned Burford, and don't be surprised. This play calling, it's a game of chess a little bit. Just kind of baiting, waiting for the right moment to find Burford.
Well, he's head up right now with Samson Beebe on the right side. Here's a handoff to Rex again. Ethan Rex looking for somewhere to go, and he'll pick up maybe 2 on the play, maybe 1. Good pursuit by DuBois, bringing Ethan Rex down.
It was, and, one of the nice things, one of the reasons why you see a run like that in that particular situation is it's going to be 4-down territory based where it's out on the football field. So you got confidence in this offensive line and certainly confidence in the running ability of Rex.
They'll give him a couple. 3rd down and 7 at the 28-yard line. Glad to have you with us from Mansell Stadium. Dave Katis, Bob Dunkle, the whole crew here for a Thursday night special night game. Hyman, he's going to try to keep it again. He moves around the right side. He's got a bunch of people in front of him. Briggs Beckwith, he's out near that 1st down marker.
Give him about 6.
Looking at the side judge, you're going to mark him about 1 yard short. Briggs Beckwith out in front of him that time. Throwed a nice block, but Carter Hyman not able to get that 1st down. So here we go, big 4th down play in the 1st quarter. Central Clarion will need 1.
Get a sidecar on each side of Hyman for this play.
Carter Hyman up over to the 20-yard line. He only needed 1. He ended up getting about 3 on the play. So they're going to move the chains, and that's going to be a Central Clarion 1st down.
Hyman, as he comes through the line, secures that football, made sure he made sure he had the 1st down and made sure no one was going to strip that football. Great job as they move the chains here.
That's a Clarion Ford 1st down also. And we're moving into the Dubrook red zone here. Ball placed at the 18-yard line. 1st down and 10 at the 18-yard line. Carter Hyman with Rex in the backfield. Here's Hyman, gives the football to Love. Love fighting for every yard that he could get, and he's going to pick up maybe 2 on the play.
Yeah, nice job there by Love. I like it's a good change of pace back, keeps that defense honest. But if you notice, Dave, the defense seems to be cheating a little bit towards that line of scrimmage because they're selling out towards the run.
Dalton Reisinger, one of the leading tacklers for the Beavers, in on that tackle, number 20. 2nd down and 7. Ball on the 15-yard line. With the Wildcats can go up again here and put 14 on the board. Here's a handoff to Ethan Rex. Around the left side. Rex down near the 10-yard line. Rex took a pretty good shot at the end of that, getting up a little bit slow.
It's up to 62 yards. 5 touches.
Place that football at the 10-yard line. So that Clarion running game doing quite well right now.
A wonderful opportunity here. Knocking on the door for another 6 points.
Carter Hyman doing a great job at quarterback, directing this series for the Wildcats. 3rd down and 2. Rex in the backfield. They hand it to Rex. Rex over to the 10. He's going to be brought down at about the 9-yard line or 10-yard line. Just tripped up inside. Number 3 for DuBois, Thatcher Hansley, coming up. Stick his nose in there and bringing Rex down. They're going to put him right back at the line of scrimmage, Governor.
Yeah, got caught in the traffic there. Did trip up. Another 4th down, looking to convert once again.
Clarion comes to the line rather quickly. Hyman in the backfield with Love and Rex. Hands that football off to Rex. He's trying to get to that 1st down marker. Boy, I don't know if he got there.
He did not.
He was trying to get there to the 8-yard line. He leaned in, and the white hat indicates DuBois football. So the Wildcats don't convert on a 4th and 2, and the Beavers will take over possession at their 10-yard line. 1st down and 10.
Talk about a bend but don't break philosophy there for DuBois. Nice job of rising to the occasion as they were able to Stan Rex up, but the ball is at their own 10-yard line now here at the 59-second mark here, opening quarter play. Great to have you with us. It's a Clarion Ford first down for DuBois.
Oh, here's that explosive DuBois offense. Wingert in the backfield. Hands off to Duncan. Duncan is going to pick up a few. So Carter Hyman down there. Also Charlie Hepfel, one of the captains in on that tackle.
You see, this is a deceptive defensive front as well because it gives the look of a three-man, but really the linebackers are crashing in a sense, playing a true 4 or 5-man defense, depending on how many go through.
Second down at 8 at the 12. And look like Clarion defense may have jumped again.
Yeah, I can almost guarantee we can't hear. Bet you steak dinner he's changing the cadence.
Yeah. They've been doing that a couple different times. Somebody picked up some stuff on film, basically, and Wingert, Trey doing a pretty good job of changing that hard cadence around, and he's getting some of those Wildcats to jump.
Does not really have to run the play here if he doesn't want to.
Yeah, he's taking a look to the sidelines. I think he's going to try to get it off. Here's Wingert. Back to pass. He's looking long. He's looking for his main receiver, and Mason Burford in on the coverage. Jackson Hansley down there. He wanted his favorite receiver, but Mason Burford, one of the top defensive players in District 9, on the coverage downfield.
Think about this. Trey Wingert started out 2 for 2 and has yet to complete a pass since then. The only pass he did complete was the interception.
Yeah. 2.9 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Now big down here as it's a 3rd and short. Don't be surprised if Wingert can't connect with someone that he tucks it and runs with it.
Wingert's got Duncan in the
Lined
backfield.
Up in the neutral zone.
Yep, you got him, Governor. Good call on that. Number 24, correct?
Yep.
It's Jeremiah Queenan lined up in the neutral zone, and boy, that hurts. That is an automatic first down. They're going to move the chains.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's just a case of trying to get up, play as close to the line as possible.
The clock should run. The game clock should run. Play clock is going to run. So first down and 10 for DuBois. They have the ball at their 23-yard line. Here's Wingert, high snap. Wingert running the screen. It's going to be taken there by number 44, London Duncan, and then Duncan will make it back possibly to the line of scrimmage. He might even lose one. So quite an eventful first quarter here from Mansell Stadium. We're going to take a timeout. We're going to regroup a little bit, come back for the second quarter. Central Clarion Wildcats up 7-0 over DuBois. You're listening to Explore Clarion Sports on Explore Clarion.
Good luck to all of our area teams from Clarion Ford Chrysler.
Local sales team. Local owners.
And remember to buy local at Clarion Ford Chrysler, where all your money stays to the local community.
For over 50 years, Carly Tire in Clarion has been keeping you rolling with quality tires for all your driving needs. And now, we're more than just tires. From state inspections to oil changes to brakes and total car care, Carly Tire is your one-stop shop to keep your vehicles safe and running smooth. Experience hometown service you can trust and quality you can count on. Carly Tire, the area's largest selection of tires. Stop in today and see why Clarion has trusted us for over 50 years.
Hi, my name is Jason and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
Now tap.
And we're back.
Back at Mansell Stadium, Dave Katis along with the governor, Bob Dunkle. We got a good one for you tonight. Here's DuBois, first down and 10. Wingert, he's looking downfield, looking for his receiver, and it's caught down at the 40-yard line, and that's going to be Samson Deeb with that reception. Boy, Wingert launched that from the 22-yard line, They're going to put him and mark him down. It looks like at the 44-yard line.
Wow.
Excuse me, 36-yard line on that. 36-yard line from the 22 to the 36. So first down and 10, DuBois going quick. Here's Wingert again. Hands the ball off to 44, London Duncan. And Duncan making some moves, trying to get over to the 30-yard line. So Duncan's going to pick up a few yards. So they're going to give him about 5. That'll bring up about, well, they'll give him 6. They'll bring up second down and 4 at the 30-yard line. So DuBois striking pretty quick. Boy, what a throw from Wingert to Samson Deeb.
Talking about a little bit of muscle and zip behind that ball.
He can let it fly. No doubt about that. DuBois on the move. Second down and 4 at the 30-yard line. Wingert with Duncan in the backfield. Wingert looks. Pressure by that Clarion defense. Wingert looking for somewhere to go. He's still alive. He's looking towards the end zone for Deeb. He catches the football, but incomplete. Deeb out of bounds. A great throw by Wingert that time, but Samson Deeb can't keep that foot in.
Deeb knew that real estate was going to be a factor on that one. He just ran out of real estate. Needed about 8 more inches, and he'd have had 6.
Well, he knew. He looked back at the official and didn't argue the case whatsoever.
That's a great job of 2 officials working together to make sure it was the correct call.
You're right, Governor, and they took their time to do it. It wasn't a bang-bang. It was like they looked at each other and they made the right call. Third down and 4 now for DuBois. Ball at the 30-yard line. Trey Wingert.
Boy, you can see he's changing that cadence, and it is taking everything that the Central Clarion squad has to hold back.
Oh, he's changing the cadence, and he looks like he's changing the play, too. Wingert, one-on-one with the receiver. Here's Trey Wingert. He's looking up forward. He tries to get it up there, and it's going to be caught. It's going to be caught at about the 3-yard line by Thatcher Hansley. Oh, boy. I'll tell you what, Wingert just laid it up there like he was throwing just an egg out there, and Hansley able to go up. He had good defensive coverage on him, Governor, but Hansley made a better play.
Yeah, there's not much that the defense was there. You just simply could not make the final play, so to speak.
And that's a Clarion Ford first down, and they're in the DuBrook red zone. Here's Duncan. He pulls his way into the end zone. London Duncan from about 2 yards out, and DuBois gets on the board with 6 points. Boy, what a drive by the Beavers.
And remember, that drive started as a result of DuBois stuffing up Central Clarion on a 4th down play.
That's right, and that offsides penalty really hurt, gave DuBois new life. Extra point attempt is up and good. So, at the 10-18 mark of the second quarter, we got ourselves a tie ball game. Let's take a timeout. You're listening to Explore Clarion Sports on exploreClarion.com.
Need reliable plumbing or heating services? Call Luton's Plumbing and Heating. Fast, friendly, and available 24/7. Call them at 814-226-8695.
With so much to protect each day, Eric Schick Insurance and Financial Services is here to help you find the right coverage that fits your life. Call 814-275-2210 to learn more.
At Clarion Forest VNA, we bring compassionate care to your doorstep. From skilled nursing to hospice services, we're here for you and your loved ones. Clarion Forest VNA, your trusted partner in home health care.
Back at DuBois, Dave Katis, the Governor, Bob Dunkle, Tyler Oakes, and Nico Cosma. We got a good one for you. 7-7 in the second quarter. Good drive by DuBois that time, tying things up. 10-18 mark in the second quarter. Here's the kickoff from DuBois. It's going to be taken at about the 10-yard line, and that's the guy you want to have that ball. That's Mason Burford, number 17. Burford up over the 30-yard line. He cuts to the left, makes another cut. Burford, penalty flag on the play. Burford out to about the 40-yard line where he's going to be brought on by number 2, Nick Roman on the play.
Yeah, this is going to come back, and that's one of those deals where anytime you try and go the opposite direction to the opposite side of the field, you're going to see some incidental contact, and they will call the penalty against Central Clarion. It's going to cost them.
Well, you looked up and you saw 17 with the football, and he's pretty exciting when he gets his hands on it.
Yeah, no question about that. One of them were electrifying guys, certainly one of the fastest guys within District 9. He's got Mike Kalinowski speed.
I don't know how we're pulling this off without the Hall of Famer. We got the KSAC Volleyball Championships going on tonight over in Clarion and Tippin Gym, and Mike's calling that volleyball game.
Don't worry, he intends to grade our performance tonight.
Oh, yeah, he'll grade tonight and be back in the booth with us tomorrow. We got the Punxsutawney Karn City game tomorrow night. So here's the Wildcats. Hyman in the backfield. Here's Ethan Rex taking that handoff. Rex over the 30-yard line. He's got some running room. He's up at the 35-yard line. Going to be bumped out of bounds around the 38-yard line, it looks like. So good play call by the Wildcats. Ethan Rex is having himself one heck of a night so far.
Yeah, he's up to 78 yards in this one.
And we're only at the 9:58 mark of the second quarter.
And it has the 64-yard touchdown reception as well.
Good crowd out here tonight, senior night at DuBois here at Mansell Stadium. Glad to have you with us on a busy Thursday night. First down and 10 at the 38-yard line for the Wildcats. Sends Burford in motion. It's that pitch again to Burford. Burford looking for somewhere to go. He ain't going anywhere. He got about 4 DuBois Beavers right at the 40-yard line to meet and greet him.
Burford will pick up 2.
Well, they ran that play against Bradford last week, Governor, and had a lot of success with it. So I'm sure Coach Wingert had that simulated in practice an awful lot anytime you see 17 coming in motion like that. So second down at 7.
Guarantee you also may see Central Clarion go to the backside, as a result of a decoy play.
2 receivers out really wide to the left-hand side. Hyman in the backfield with Rex. Here's a good slant in there to number 18 for Central Clarion, and that is going to be Jackson Moravitz making that reception. That's a long throw to make across the field. Moravitz able to haul it in.
It's a lot of confidence to have in your quarterback.
Bring up a third down and 1. Ball's at the 47-yard line. 8:21 remaining in the second quarter.
This is where you want to be, these third and makeable situations. Very makeable down here. They're in a very long 1, short 2.
Well, Rex has had a big night running the ball. Penalty flag on the play.
And
it's going to be offsides against the DuBois line. And each team
has committed an infraction where defensive players lined up in that neutral zone.
And that's going to give the Wildcats a first down. Big play. It was a third down and short. Now all of a sudden, Central Clarion has a first down and 10 at the 48-yard line. Hyman hands that ball off.
Love doing a great job, and he's going to pick up, Dave, about 8 yards on that.
Yeah, he's running hard, 32. And they'll knock him out, mark him out at around the 40, I think the 40-yard line, maybe even the 39. The scoreboard will mark him out at the 40.
Gain of 8, second down 2 from the DuBois.
So they'll bring up a second down and 2. Alex Love.
Nice methodical approach here by Central Clarion.
11th grader. He'll be back next year. Hyman with Love in the backfield. Hyman fakes it to Love. Looking downfield. He's got a receiver about the 5-yard line. Touchdown, Central Clarion. That's Mason Burford, I believe, from the 40-yard line. Boy, what a throw by Hyman. A better catch by Burford.
Wow. Talk about a money throw. It's throwing into the coverage as well.
Boy, Hyman threw it right on a rope to Burford, and Mason able to get up and catch that football and take it into the end zone at the 7:05 mark of the second quarter. Time for the extra point. Bish is on to kick that extra point. There's a movement on that Clarion line, and they're going to throw a flag. Well, we said last week that Burford hasn't got a touchdown in a long time. Got a couple last week, but he's on pace now tonight with another one.
Yeah, that is definitely a highlight reel shot there, that touchdown. Great throw, great catch.
Here's Bish's extra point. The kick is up. It hits a goalpost, I think, and it goes in. So Central Clarion now on top, 14-7 after that dynamic play from Hyman to Burford. Let's take a timeout. You're listening to Explore Clarion Sports on exploreClarion.com.
Since 1946, we've delivered. From commercial to residential, we've got you covered. We proudly serve and support our local communities. Call 844-DUBROOK or visit us online. DuBois, your trusted ready-mix concrete supplier.
At First United National Bank Freiburg, the fun bank, we're more than a bank. We're your neighbor. From savings to home loans, we help you grow right where you belong. Stop in today and feel the difference at the Fun Bank.
Red Bank Chevrolet, Clarion County's trusted vehicle dealer. At Red Bank Chevrolet, we're more than just a dealership. We're your neighbors, your go-to team for everything Chevy. From the moment you walk through our doors, we're here to exceed your expectations with unbeatable service, great selection, and a fun car buying experience. Stop by or schedule your visit today. Together, let's drive.
Back at Mansell Stadium, kickoff. Taken by one of the up guys there. That's Jackson Hansley, and Hansley, we're going to mark him around the 40-yard line, so that's going to be a good return for DuBois. Carter Hyman to Mason Burford, 40 yards, and that touchdown sponsored by Bauer Truck Repair.
Yeah, time, Dave, to Central Clarion. Very thankful for that sideline, because if there was another yard available, I think Hansley would still be running.
Hansley, the guy with all the yards and all the receptions on the year.
Very electrifying player.
So let's see if DuBois can respond. As we get into the second quarter here, 6:59 remaining in the second quarter.
It's a Clarion Ford first down.
Here's Wingert, trips right. Wingert looking, boy, he wants to throw it. He's looking, good coverage by that secondary of Central Clarion. He's got all kind of people wrapped up on him, and I think it's going to end up with number 32. Alex Love, I believe, is going to bring him down at around the 35-yard line.
Can't believe how long that play lasted.
Yeah, it lasted forever. Wingert was looking at him. Boy, what a good job by that secondary of Central Clarion. Just nobody open on that play, and Wingert trying to make something happen, and he's going to lose yardage, about 6 yards on the play.
Yeah, time. Great job, and I loved it. I don't know if you caught it because you're calling the action, but angle of pursuit that time by Hyman out there. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, looked like a lot of guys just stayed in their lanes and had it set up pretty good. So second down and 16 at the 35-yard line. Wingert back to pass, looking up in the middle of the field, and that pass is going to fall incomplete.
Boy, credit Love that time with the additional pressure.
He had an open receiver across the middle, but Wingert just a little bit too much on it that time.
Yeah, had to put the mustard on it because crashing in was Love, applying the pressure from the outside.
So that'll bring up a third down and 16. Third down and long, sponsored by Best Wealth Management. We appreciate their support. Twins to the right, twins to the left. Single back is London Duncan, number 44 in the backfield for the Beavers. Third and 16. Wingert takes a snap, Drops back, looking for his open receiver. He lets it fly. He's got him at the first down marker over there. And that's going to be Thatcher Hansley on the far side in front of the Clarion bench, and that's going to be enough for a Clarion Ford first down. Good pass, good route. DuBois picks up a first down and keeps the drive going.
Yeah, gain of about 17 on that one.
5:49 remaining in the first quarter. On a Thursday night, glad to have you with us from DuBois, Pennsylvania. First down and 10 at the 47-yard line. Winger's got twins to his left. He's going to pitch that ball off to London Duncan. Duncan making a cut at the 40-yard line. Penalty flag on the play. Duncan's going to be hit out of bounds at about the 32, but there's a penalty flag on the play.
When you get a lane sealed that wide open, usually you're getting a little extra help and get time. They caught the offensive line with his hand in the cookie jar. And they're going to march it back, and sometimes the lineman, you say, wait a minute, I didn't hang on.
I didn't do it, and I got a feeling it might have been number 55 who had his hand in the cookie jar, and that was basically Noah Crawford that time on the left-hand side. So that's going to really move them back now.
And that's such a frustrating thing for an offensive coordinator. He's got a successful play and now marches them back. It's a first and country mile scenario. Ball officially at that 43-yard line.
Got to go 20 yards. First and 20. Ball at the 43-yard line of DuBois. Glad to have you with us. 14-0. Central Clarion on top. We have a good one here from DuBois. Wingard in the backfield. Has trips to the right. Completes that football out there. But, boy, Central Clarion all over it. Jackson Hansley on that reception.
Yeah, looked like a team meeting over there.
Charlie Hepfel in on that play. That's a formation play. They've seen that one on film and said, hey, when you get three receivers that close together, it looks like they're going to throw it out here, and Central Clarion was ready for it on that play. Clock continues to run. We hit the 5-minute mark in the second quarter. Second down and 20. Ball at the 43-yard line. Wingert and Duncan in the backfield. Trey Wingert, good snap. Looking inside, and he was trying to get that football into Thatcher Hansley. And Brady Guth, number 11 in that secondary, wouldn't have it.
Now the pass falls incomplete, but I'm a big advocate of throwing to the middle of the football field. I think a lot of schools have shied away over the last 10, 15 years, but it is starting to come back. The schools have had some success with it. You have to have confidence in your quarterback's arm in order to do that, because there's some risk involved with that, but there's a lot of reward as well.
He's had a couple open receivers in the middle. They just haven't clicked the last couple plays here. Big third down. Sponsored by Best Wealth Management. Third down and 20 at the 43-yard line. Winger looking. He's got one-on-one at the top of the screen. Duncan keeps moving. Here's Wingert. Looking. Nothing there. Good coverage by that Central Clarion secondary. Looks inside. Trying to get that football into Samson Deeb. And good coverage.
Great coverage. The crowd wanted a pass interference call, but no call there, because obviously the receiver got his hands on the ball first before the contact was made.
And Jackson Moravitz in on that coverage signals incomplete pass. So fourth down and 20. DuBois is going to have to punt the football away.
Be careful here. Not so much because of the fake, but don't rough that punter. You guys have, throughout the entire season, Central Clarion has been able to get great penetration on these, and they've got a host of guys in that interior box, but do not rough the punter here.
Oh, Clarion came on a pretty good rush that time. Wilmoth gets that punt off, and it's going to hit off the right side there, and Clarion's going to get outstanding field position from this. Side judges there around the 40-yard line. Let's see where they're going to mark it. It looks like,
I think they're going to say right at 40. Yeah, it looks like now back to maybe the 38-yard line.
Yep, they'll bring him back to the 38-yard line. So 4:24 remaining in the second quarter. Glad to have you with us. from DuBois. Special Thursday night game. You don't see too many of these. Central Clarion up 14-7. First down and 10 at the 38-yard line. Here's Rex. Makes a cut on the left side. Ethan Rex still on his feet, and he's going to pick up a first down for the Wildcats in front of their bench. Good running by Ethan Rex.
89 yards unofficially on the night, 9 attempts, so nice healthy average. 89 on the ground, does have the one reception, which went for a touchdown for 64 yards.
Well, he's going to pick up 10 here. First down and 10, they're going to place the ball at the 48-yard line. Boy, it'd be nice to go in and score before halftime once again and extend this lead for Central Clarion. Alex Love in the backfield. Rex takes his position at a wing. Hyman slides over. Hyman back to pass. Look at that field. He's got Mason Bertha in the middle of the football field. He catches it. Touchdown, Central Clarion. Wow. They sent Mason Burford right down the middle of the football field, and Carter Hyman found him and completed that football for a touchdown for the Wildcats at the 3:52 mark of the second quarter.
52 yards.
52-yard strike from Hyman to Burford. Get ready for the extra point here. Snap is a good one. It is down. Bishop's kick is up, and it is good. So Central Clarion extending their lead now at the 3:52 mark before halftime to 21-7. Let's take a timeout. You're listening to Explore Clarion Sports on exploreClarion.com.
You can afford a gorgeous, custom-designed hardwood Kerle's kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kerle's, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's FactoryDirectKitchens.net.
Need reliable plumbing or heating services? Call Luton's Plumbing and Heating. Fast, friendly, and available 24/7. Call them at 814-226-8695. This game is brought to you by Tionesta Builders? No, Tionesta Builder Supply. Family-owned and operated home improvement centers located in Tionesta and Shippenville.
Welcome back to DuBois. Mansell Field. Central Clarion striking on a 52-yard pass from Carter Hyman to Mason Burford, up 21-7. Here's the kickoff. It's like Hansley back there, number 7. Uh-oh, look out here. Jackson Hanley trying to get up over the 50-yard line. He's still on his feet. Into Clarion territory. Brought down by number 18, Jackson Moravitz that time. But, boy, DuBois is going to start with pretty good field position, Governor.
Moravitz has been consistent throughout the entire season. Great special teams and defensive plays. Right there's a good example of it again. Otherwise, it was going to be a sure 6. You can see the wheels that he has.
Boy, that Hansley can fly, number 7. Holy smokes.
I'd like to see he and Burford in a bit of a race.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Very entertaining, no question about it.
That would be a good one. So Central Clarion trying to shut the Beavers down here. It'll be first down and 10 for DuBois at the 41-yard line. 3:43 remaining in the first half. Wingert looking, Duncan in the backfield. Going to hand the ball off to Duncan. Duncan tries really hard to get back to the line of scrimmage. And he'll pick up about 1 yard line, but boy, Burford and Hansley going at it. You don't see Mason Burford getting too fired up too much.
No, he's probably one of the more laid-back guys on that entire roster.
With those two battling all night over there in that time. Good job by the official not throwing a flag out here, but I'm sure he gave him fair warning. So second down and 9, 39-yard line. Clock continues to run, approaching the 3-minute mark. Wingert looking, good protection. Wingert steps up in a pocket. He throws it downfield, and he's got his receiver and a penalty flag on the play. Hansley back there at the 5-yard line.
The reason why the flag is thrown is because the defender never turned to look back.
I'm trying to find out who was back there. Looked like 24.
The coverage was tight.
Looked like Jeremiah Queenan.
Yeah, Queenan had really tight coverage, and that's one of those situations where, as a defensive back, you don't want to turn around and look, because if you that split second it takes to look, the receiver can go by you. It is what it is. It is a first down ultimately here for DuBois. Moves the chains at the 2:53 mark.
And you know what? The other thing, Governor, is you look at quarterbacks and everything. Wingert throws ropes. He doesn't throw rainbows.
No.
And the plays happen so quick because that ball is a straight shot. It's not laid up there for them to go up and get the football.
He's definitely a speed of the game kind of guy.
First down and 10 at the 25-yard line. Hand off to Duncan. Duncan gets back to the line of scrimmage. He might get one on the play.
Yeah, unofficially, that's the 8th attempt. 21 yards on the ground for Duncan in this one. Pretty tough sledding.
Brendan Bracken, number 62, down there for the Wildcats. Big drive for the Beavers here, right before halftime. Need to get on the board. Change some things over.
There's a little confusion as far as the alignment here.
You got plenty of time, 20 seconds on the play clock.
Yeah, no need to rush this one.
Twins to the right, twins to the left. Second down and 9. Wingert takes a snap, drops back, 7-step drop. Wingert looking, nothing there. Now Wingert looking in the middle of the football field. He had his receiver in the middle, and that was Thatcher Hansley. The fans want a penalty flag, but I think it was pretty good coverage.
It was great coverage that time. I'm all for helping out the offensive guys. At that time, the coverage was there. Moravitz once again in the vicinity. The guy's been everywhere defensively tonight. Made a number of huge plays.
Boy, Wingert just keeping himself upright.
Well, that 7 draw, you called that 7-step drop, and that's something that we don't see much of anymore at the high school level. But you can do that when you got a guy who can throw the rope and he's got a lot of arm strength like that.
Yeah, absolutely. He was back there, and good pursuit by the Wildcats. But, boy, I'll tell you what, Wingert can just get away and avoid a sack like he's done all night long. Really hasn't been brought down in the backfield. So 3rd down and 9. Big 3rd down here. 3rd down and 9. Wingert takes that deep snap, that deep drop again. Wingert tries to throw that ball to the side. It's caught over there, but it's incomplete.
It is out of bounds.
Thatcher Hanley was out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Good coverage by that secondary of Clarion. So 4th down and 9.
4th down and 9 for the Beavers.
Wingert goes to the sidelines.
He wants to make sure that they've got the right play called here. 149, of course. I'm surprised we don't see him take a timeout here. You got plenty of time, but get the call right.
They might, and I think they did, Governor.
Hey, you can't take him with you.
It wasn't a quarterback. I believe that wasn't a quarterback and coach discussion. I think it was a father and son discussion. We'll take a quick timeout with 1:49 left. You're listening to Explore Clarion Sports on exploreClarion.com.
At Clarion Forest VNA, we bring compassionate care to your doorstep. From skilled nursing to hospice services, we're here for you and your loved ones. Clarion Forest VNA, your trusted partner in home health care.
Eyes are the window to your soul, so take care of them. The Laurel Eye Clinic provides complete care from annual exams, glasses and contacts to cataract and retinal surgery, LASIK and more. As a trusted leader in family eye care for 50 years, you can trust them with yours. Call or visit us online today.
Back in DuBois, big 4th down play here. 4th down and 9. It's a 24-yard line for DuBois, trailing 21-7 with 1:49 remaining in the first half.
Roles and responsibilities here. All 11 have to do their job, both sides of the football, in order for this play to succeed.
All kind of man coverage from that secondary of Clarion. Let's see what Wingert has. Snap, low snap. Wingert has to hurry a little bit, getting some pressure. Wingert looking in the middle of the football field. Hansley goes up and gets it, and it falls incomplete in the end zone. Great coverage by that Clarion secondary back there, and Clarion will take over possession at their 24-yard line.
Love the call defensively. They're basically in a hodgepodge look. In other words, they've got all those guys in the box. They back a couple off, send a couple, applies the pressure.
I believe that might have been Mason Burford in on that coverage back there for the Wildcats. But, boy, huge possession for DuBois. Clarion will take over. First down and 10 at the 24.
You want to be careful of the football here. You want to be slightly aggressive. If you have success on this first down play, get ultra aggressive. But if not, don't do anything crazy.
Hyman goes down under center. Here's Love up the middle. Love pounding his way through. Boy, hard running, picks up about 4 or 5. Alex Love doing a pretty good job tonight from that running back position. Clock continues to run.
Yeah, and that's not, again, a bad thing. You're up in this one 21-7. You don't want to get crazy here.
They'll give him 4. Hyman taking his time, walking back to the huddle.
Managing the game clock, doing an outstanding job.
DuBois with 1 timeout remaining. Clarion has 2. Approach the 1-minute mark right now. Second down and 6. Ball at the 28. Here's Ethan Rex with the counter around the right side. Rex pounding his way down the football field, and I think he's going to have enough for a first down. He's going to knocked out of bounds. They'll mark him out of bounds.
To the 35.
At the 35, a gain of 7 on the play.
Gives him 96 unofficially.
Clock stops also on that far side.
You got real estate behind you to work with. At what point do you start and think about throwing the football down the field? You're up 21-7, but not a lot of time in that clock, 47.9.
First down and 10 at the 35-yard line. Hyman under center again. Hands that football off. Jackson Moravitz taking that one. And they're going to move the change again. He picks up about 10 or 12 on that play.
Jackson Hansley with the stop for the Beavers. First down, set to
Play clock continues to run, and now the stoppage of play. I think DuBois is going to call their final timeout, I believe. And we'll keep it here.
Yeah, good timeout. Obviously, in this timeout, you're going to go ahead and call a couple of different plays. You want to make sure everybody gets on the same page. Also, make sure no one moves as a lineman. Don't false start here.
Well, there's a lot of stuff going on here. 40 seconds left. I'm up 21-7, Governor. It's like, hey, do we just want to run this out and get it, take it in at halftime here? By the way, timeouts tonight being sponsored by Gorley Financial. We appreciate all of their help. Gorley Financial sponsoring our timeouts.
Of course, this is a Clarion forward first down. One of the things here, if you're out there defensively for DuBois, now you might want to back off a little bit. Keep the wide receivers in front of you. Don't let anyone get past you. I think that's the message. As you see this alignment, pretty soft cushion and umbrella look out here defensively.
I think they charged that timeout to Clarion. So both teams now with 1 timeout each remaining. They'll mark it at the 46. First down and 10. Referee gets ready to start the clock. And here we go. Chops the play clock in. First down and 10 at 46. Hyman now taking the snap. Hyman looking downfield. He's got his receiver down there, and that's Logan Bish. And Bish makes a nice reception, picks up about 13 or 14 on that play. And he gets out of bounds. Nice, well-conceived drive here being executed by Carter Hyman.
Great job, great clock management. Way to use the sidelines.
Just picking his open receiver. It's a lot of pitch and catch.
And again, that's that umbrella defense. Give them a little real estate back there to work with.
First 10 at the 41. Hyman rolls to his right. Look at it. It's intercepted. Oh, it's going to be picked off down there by number 1 for DuBois, and that's Samson Deeb. Just stepped in front of the receiver that time. Number 1, Samson Deeb, makes that reception and thwarts that Central Clarion Wildcat drive.
Yeah, great example there of good scouting. That time Deeb not fooled. Makes the read, gets a good jump on it, good break, gets the interception, catches it cleanly. 29.3. Again, the question mark here is, are you going to be aggressive on this one?
Yeah.
Look, you got a guy that can chuck the rock. You had a couple speedsters out there. Try it.
Yeah. He's going to be looking for Hansley like crazy. Either one of them. Take your pick. Take
your pick. Me. I'm the king of conservative. This time I'd be aggressive.
Well, you put him down here. He's going to be one-on-one with Brady Guth. And that's going to be Jackson Hanley down here. Here's Wingert. He's just going to throw it into the ground. Nothing there that time. Trying to get it to Nick Roman. And smart play by the senior Wingert just to throw it down. That'll bring up a second down for DuBois. Still with 21 seconds remaining on the clock.
Now, because you didn't have any success on the last down, oftentimes you'll see a coach back off a little bit, being not anywhere near as aggressive. But if you're out there defensively for Central Clarion, you still have to be aggressive on the defensive side, not let anybody behind you.
Oh, they just got so much speed on that DuBois side, Governor. I'll tell you. You got them all lined up out there. Number 1, Deeb. Number 2, Roman on this side. Hansley's up on the top. Clarion needs to put some pressure on. And here they come. Trying to get Wingert. Wingert misses it. Penalty flag on the play. Wingert's going to still be in bounds, and he's going to be knocked out at around the 49-yard line of Central Clarion, but a penalty flag on the play. Holding against DuBois.
Yeah, that time, I think as you see, the football is obviously going to get marched and brought back now. I think you just go ultra-conservative, head to the locker room, be content being down here 21-7.
With 13.5 seconds remaining. Penalties being sponsored by Red Bank Chevrolet, and we've had a few of them in the last couple minutes. We appreciate everybody's help down at Red Bank Chevrolet.
Only a handful of penalties in tonight's ball game, and of course you'd expect that two teams. This point in the season, you got a lot of those bugs worked out.
Well, DuBois still coming out with trips receivers to the right, looking for the quick strike. He's got London in the backfield. London Duncan in the backfield. Wingert going to hand it off to London Duncan. Here's Duncan still trying to maneuver around a little bit, being pushed out of bounds around the 36-yard line. 7.5 seconds remaining in the first half.
That'll give him 30 yards unofficially on 9 attempts. There's the other one rushing touchdown as well. It's London Duncan.
It'll be 3rd down 11. Ball up to 37.
Sophomore. 44, London Duncan.
So a lot of faces will be returning next year for this squad, but a lot of action remaining for them this season as they are 6-2.
And they will finish up their schedule with Hollidaysburg next week. 3rd down 11, ball 37, 7.5 seconds remaining. Let's see if they're going to go up top, try to get a big hit. They're going to hand it off to Duncan again. Here's Duncan up over the 40-yard line. Gets hit, and he's going to be brought down right at the 40-yard line. Pickup of around 2 on the play, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to do it for our first half. Going to head into the Heater Lumber halftime show, but let's take a quick timeout. We're going to regroup, get ready for halftime here. You're watching and listening to Explore Clarion Sports on exploreClarion.com.
World-class transportation manufacturer Brookville Equipment is hiring night shift welders with a 12% pay differential. Monday through Thursday, lay out, assemble, and repair an array of projects using state-of-the-art welding technology, paid time off, and generous benefits. Join Brookfield Equipment's dedicated team as a night shift welder. Use your skills and turn those blueprints into an American-made product. Apply online today.
Legacy Archery in Brookville is your full-service bow shop, offering an indoor range, techno hunt video system, custom strings, and over 150 bows and crossbows and camo in stock. Whether you're new to archery or prepping for hunting season, Legacy has the gear and know-how to sharpen your skills.
From custom tees to engraved trophies, All American Custom Apparel and Engraving does it all. Screen printing, embroidery, awards, unique gifts, and more. Almost anything on almost everything, crafted with pride and designed to impress.
This is how far we'll go to detect lung cancer. 5 millimeters and a chest x-ray can't see it. Independence Health System uses low-dose CT scanning and advanced visualization to detect and treat lung cancer at its earliest stage, leading to more treatment options and potentially better outcomes. Early, accurate, and advanced detection and therapy, all available at Independence Health System. Expert care here.
For over 55 years, Parker Furniture has brought comfort and style to homes with quality you can trust. Family owned and proudly serving Northwestern Pennsylvania, visit them at 2683 State Route 257. Parker Furniture, where your home begins.
Looking for a dentist who truly cares? At Rooted Dental, Dr. Mealy combines expert care with hometown heart. From cleanings to confident smiles, your family's comfort is our priority. Rooted Dental, where healthy smiles begin, on Main Street in Knox. Top Tier Federal Credit Union is rated #1 in Pennsylvania for the benefits provided to our members. Whether you're saving for tomorrow or building something big, we're with you every step of the way. Top Tier Federal Credit Union, everything banking should be.
One of the biggest risks to your future could be running out of money during a longer than expected retirement. Many people have not yet taken the time to determine if they will have enough assets to last throughout retirement. Our Retirement Income Evaluator can help you develop a roadmap and actionable recommendations. To learn more, stop by our office located at 162 South 2nd Avenue in Clarion. Give us a call at 223-9990 or visit JannyClarion.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Back in DuBois, Dave Katis, Bob Dunkle, Tyler Oakes, Nico Cosma, all bringing you the action tonight from Mansell Stadium. We're broadcasting from the Northern Pennsylvania Regional College broadcast booth, and Governor, pretty crazy first half for the most part. You have some statistics.
I do, and again, pretty impressive night thus far. We always take a look at the visiting team first, which would be, in this case, going to be Central Clarion. And what an impressive night. They've got 153 yards on the ground, 195 through the air, overall 348. It was a balanced attack on the ground, leading the way Ethan Rex, 96 yards, 29 yards out of Carter Hyman, 16 yards out of Alex Love, and Jackson Ravens adding 12. And Carter Hyman through the air, he's 7 of 8, 195 yards, does have 3 touchdowns to go with those numbers, does have the 1 interception late in quarter number 2. Leading the way receiving, it's Mason Burford. Burford checking in 2 touchdowns, 2 receiving touchdowns on 111 total yards of offense, 4 catches overall. Rex adding the 1 reception for 64 yards and a touchdown, 6 yards out of Jackson Ravens, and 14 yards from Logan Bish. Again, 348 yards overall total offense. Pretty impressive night so far for Central Clarion here at halftime. Now, DuBois, they have a total of 144 yards of total offense, 27 on the ground, 117 through the air. Wingard on the ground, sacked once for -6. London Duncan checking in 33 yards and that rushing touchdown to account for the total of 27 yards on the ground, 117 through the air, as Troy Wingard is 7 of 20 with that 1 interception for a total, again, of 117 yards hauling in receptions. It is Jackson Hansley checking in 38 yards, 44 yards out of Thatcher Hansley, 36 yards out of Samson Deeb, and London Duncan, 1 reception for -1. Again, 144 yards total offense. Oftentimes, the stat really doesn't tell the tale of the ball game. It does in this case. It is a 21-7 lead here for Central Clarion at halftime.
Well, the stats being brought to you by Laurel Eye Clinic Stats, and I'll tell you what, our listeners out there need to appreciate what the governor goes through here, because he's accumulating and adding and subtracting and putting all the stats together basically in a pitch dark press box.
And I tell everybody, these are horseshoe stats. They are unofficial stats. Do not hang your coat on these stats. This will get you close.
Well, I could get a good appreciation on how he's doing it tonight, because we don't have the Hall of Famer with us tonight, Mike Kalinowski, and trying to work through tonight's game, which has been kind of fun the whole way through with everything. Clarion's got a big lead, 21-7 here at halftime at the Heater Lumber Halftime Show. The Ascendant Truck Center scoreboard, we have one score for you. Central Clarion 21, DuBois 7.
The good news is it didn't take very long, right?
It didn't take very long. That's exactly right. We want to talk about the scoring summary a little bit, sponsored by Gatesman Auto Body. Central Clarion getting on the board first at the 7:47 mark in the first quarter. Carter Hyman to Ethan Rex, a 64-yard scoring strike at the 7:47 mark. Wildcats go up 7-0. In the second quarter, a lot of the scoring occurred in the second quarter. DuBois, London Duncan on a 2-yard run at the 10:18 mark. The extra point was good and made it 7-7. And then at the 7:05 mark of the second quarter, Carter Hyman, a 40-yard strike to Mason Burford. We were talking about that during the commercial a little bit. And Clarion goes on top with the extra point. Bishop's extra point makes it 14-7. And then at the 3:52 mark, the 52-yard strike to Mason Burford again from Carter Hyman made the score 21-7. And that's where we are basically at halftime. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll finish up the Heater Lumber Halftime Show and move on to the third quarter. You're listening to Explore Clarion Sports on exploreClarion.com.
PA Mushroom Company, home of Forager's Kitchen, right on Route 66 in Lucinda. All season long, score big with their touchdown special. Any one-topping pizza, just $9.99. Pick one up and take it to the game. Forager's Kitchen, Route 66, Lucinda, PA.
At the Carpet Barn in Clarion, flooring is anything but boring. We handle everything, from expert installation to full removal and cleanup, with precision, care, and commitment to quality. Visit our showroom and find flooring that works as hard as you do. The Carpet Barn, where style meets service. Fisher & Father Auto Parts, your locally owned Napa Auto Parts in Cranberry, Knox, Clarion, and New Bethlehem wants to extend a special message. Wishing all athletes a safe and healthy season. Good luck to all the teams.
Are you ready to boost your team spirit? Look no further than shopteamwear.com, your one-stop destination for all your school and team apparel needs. We've got you covered whether you're a die-hard fan searching for the latest gear or aiming to fundraise for your team. And here's the best part, you're in control. Choose the products and prices that work for you. Discover the ultimate apparel shopping and fundraising experience at shopteamwear.com. It's time to gear up, fundraise with ease, and make a statement together. Boost your team spirit, empower your community. Shopteamwear.com, where passion meets fashion.
Back in DuBois, Dave Katis, along with the governor, Bob Dunkle. We're in the Heater Lumber halftime show. Governor, keys to the second half, sponsored by Fowler's Furniture. What do both teams basically need to do?
I think we're going to take care of Central Clarion right now. That's the easier of the two. Change nothing. Change nothing. You have called an outstanding game on the offensive side. Defensively, you've changed. We've had the opportunity to see Clarion multiple times, Central Clarion this year, multiple times. And tonight, their defense is really mixing it up very well. They've shown multiple looks. I think it's a little confusing for the offensive line as far as the blocking goes. The secondary's played really well. Don't change a thing. You're doing so many things well. And I think as you take a look at DuBois, that's where the question mark comes in, because we know, number one, there's a lot of speed out there. Number two, we know they're going to come out and play an entire second half. We know that they're not afraid to throw that football around. So you're going to have to play, if you're Central Clarion, you're going to have to play whistle to whistle. But for DuBois, I think their big key is they have to connect on some of those plays. I think you may want to throw some shorter passes, if anything, just because you've had time on some of the passes, but I think plays just didn't develop for one reason or another. Some of that was because of the coverage, but I think throw those balls short. That'll open up the long passing game, but I think also you've got to still stay dedicated to the run a little bit. I know that's a hard philosophy at times, that keeping faith in the run, but you have to do that because it's going to open up some things. Because again, if you give that defense a hint that, hey, all we're going to do is pass, then they're going to make adjustments accordingly.
Yeah, I'll tell you, what credit goes a lot to that Central Clarion secondary. They played a pretty good game tonight. You said that. They've turned around, a couple penalties, but for the most part, Wingert's been running around back there for his life in that backfield, and they've gotten to him a good bit. So that'll do it for the Heater Lumber halftime show. We appreciate the support of Heater Lumber and all of our sponsors for the Heater Lumber halftime show. So let's take a listen to the DuBois band, who's going to close out our halftime.
That was really fun interview. Something a little different. It kind of switched it
If your truck's down, your business is too. Bauer Truck Repair gets you back on the road fast with expert service and 24/7 roadside assistance. Call 814-226-6023 or visit BauerTruckRepair.com.
Showcase Homes in Shippenville offers modular and manufactured homes with over 240 customizable floor plans. Tour 8 display models on site, ready for immediate delivery. From permits to porches, we handle it all, from start to finish.
Just like your favorite team needs a solid game plan, you need a financial strategy for victory. Our advisors are fiduciaries, always acting in your best interest. That means transparent, tax-smart investing to maximize your wealth. Don't just play the game, win your financial future. Visit us at Gorley Financial, your trusted financial advisor. Gorley Financial is a proud sponsor of local youth events. Visit GorleyFinancial.com for more information.
Well, that'll do it for halftime here at DuBois. Glad to have you with us tonight from C.J. Mansell Stadium in downtown DuBois. Governor, we rode around a little bit this summer and everything. Boy, they've done an unbelievable job with this area down here, building Little League fields, college baseball. I know Kenny Nellis over Penn State DuBois hosted some College World Series games here and everything, so this is a mecca for all kind of athletic events around this area.
It certainly is. It's a great location, and you know, I've talked to a number of the business owners in this area. They love it because, again, it's bringing more dollars into the local economy. I know a number of years ago they had a ton of football games here playoff-wise, and at that point talking to the AD, and he said it was great because the support staff's making all this extra money and coming in here. But the restaurants were actually, you know, having a full staff when many times they might not have had quite as many people working. So it's a win-win for everybody involved.
Yeah, it is. It's a nice little, nice stadium. They've put some money into a lot of different things here. So good. Good for DuBois, and good. It's a great place to call a football game too, where we're located tonight. So it's been a heck of a football game. 21-7. Central Clarion on top. Both teams came out a little bit early, and they got themselves stretched out on the field. The DuBois band was still out there, so we had a mingling of football players and band people out there at the same time. So we're able to accomplish that. Clarion came out really early, man. They got their kickoff return team on the field. They're ready to go.
Well, the way they played the first half, they didn't really want to go to the locker room at halftime. Didn't want to lose any of that magic that was taking place.
Yeah, your keys to the game, once again, Clarion just don't do anything separate. I mean, if we look back at Central Clarion on their first half, Governor, basically the only downfall was the one interception from Hyndman on the drive towards the end of the half.
Yep, and it didn't hurt whatsoever. Now think about this: they're up 21-7 now. They were stuffed up on a fourth down scenario, ball at about the 10-yard line, and you know that led to DuBois' only score. But they have performed outstanding. I think you talk to any coach, they're going to tell you they're up 21-7 at halftime. It's going to bring a smile to their face.
Well, DuBois getting ready to kick it down. Maddox Barnes, I believe, going to put it in the air. And Burford looking at it at the 20-yard line. You better get on it. Mason Burford does. He makes a move to the left and makes a move to the right. And good coverage by DuBois. And they're going to put Clarion back. They'll get some forward progress. I think they'll mark him at about the 16-yard line, and that's where Central Clarion will start their drive to start the second half.
I think a little bit of hesitation there by Burford. Thought the ball was going to bounce a little differently. It did not. Looked like one of Mike Kalinowski's golf shots.
Oh, man, I saw him at the Eagle Scramble this year, and you're exactly right. That's Having
There's a reason
nightmares.
why you haven't run into me on a golf course, because I know what's going to happen.
First down and 10 at the 16-yard line. Wildcats. Here we go. Ethan Rex makes a move at the 20-yard line. He'll pick up about 5 or 6 on that play. Good running by Ethan Rex around that right side. Good way to start for the Wildcats.
Yeah, nice job that time. You know, you've got a credit on that far side of the football field. That was Jackson Hansley with that tackle.
Yeah,
otherwise, Rex might still be running.
They gave him a gain of 6, so second down and 4 at the 22-yard line. Hyman under center again. Motion. Here's Rex around that left side. Boy, they're making a lot of hay around that left side, and Ethan Rex is going to take it for a first down for Central Clarion on the first drive of the second half. They're going to knock him out around the 30-yard line. So good running by Ethan Rex.
He's up to 110 unofficially. The offensive line doing a wonderful job of sealing that outside.
Third quarter being brought to you by Ascendance Truck Center, formerly Zocro Motors. First down and 10 at 30. All kind of motion back there. There's Love, hard running. Love looking for someplace to go. And you're going to get 4 yards on that drive. That's pretty good.
Yeah, anytime you're having this type of success on the ground, stay with it. You know, again, just be patient. Look, you're getting chunk yards. You're getting 3.5 to 4 yards a pop.
Nice little drive. This drive started around the 16-yard line, I believe. Second down and 7 at the 33. Rex, that time, nothing there. DuBois ready for him. Right at the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose a few yards. Buddy getting in there, number 43 for DuBois. Joe Rossetti in there for DuBois. Knocking him back, so they're going to lose yardage, so that'll bring up about a third down and 10.
Want to be a little conservative here with the football this deep in your own territory. Obviously, your goal is to pick up the first down, but don't force anything.
There's Hyman looking for his open receiver. He's got Rex out near the first down marker. It depends on the spot.
He'll be just shy by about half a football, I think.
Had to get to the 40. And they're going to mark him at the 39, so it'll be fourth down and 1 at the 39. So Davey Eagleton, tough decision to make here. Looks like his offense is still on the field. And
very,
they have
very gutsy play.
Rex and Love in the backfield. He's going to take the shotgun start. He's not going to go under center. Oh, and they jumped. Patrick Dorish, number 57 on the right side, just starting a little bit too quickly.
And you'll see the punt team now take place.
We've seen a bunch of different drives hindered by people jumping off sides and people lining up off sides. So Rex back deep at about the 22-yard line. Hansley back deep for DuBois. There's Rex. They're going to keep it. He's going to keep it. He's going to try to get that first down. He's being pursued by the DuBois defenders, and Rex is going to be knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line. They go for it on fourth down, Governor, and it doesn't work.
Now that time, very well defended, and that's a disciplined DuBois team that comes up with that stop.
It took like a long time to develop.
It did, and again, that's due in large part, again, the coverage team was right on top of it. In case of good scouting at time, but huge break for him. You've served the ball up now to DuBois at the Central Clarion 30-yard line. Golden opportunity for him to take over here.
A lot of momentum shifting on that play. First down and 10 for the Beavers. Mark the ball at the 30-yard line. You got the senior, Trey Wingert, back there. Trying to make something happen. Wingert looking for something. He's got some pressure in the backfield. Wingert's still alive. Looking, and he's going to be brought down at the 42-yard line. by that defensive front of the Wildcats.
What a huge play there by the Central Clarion defense, rising to the occasion.
Looked like Brant Parker bringing him down at the 42. Big loss on that play, 11 yards. Second down and 21 now. Boy, Winger just had nowhere to go. There's people coming, defenders coming from the left, from the right, up the middle.
He was able to evade the first defender and then just simply a good job of wearing him down and coming up with that big-time sack.
So 2nd and 21. Winger drops back, looking, getting some pressure, looking over the middle of the field. He was looking for Hansley and Mason Burford. They've had a battle all night.
I'll tell you what, Burford has just really notched it up here these last couple of weeks as you've watched him play defense. We've known what he can do on the offensive side. People don't talk about how well he plays defense, and really showing tonight.
Well, it looks like he was challenged to be their number one guy on Jackson Hanley, and he's done a pretty good job so far this evening, shutting him down. 3rd and 21. Ball still in DuBois territory at the 41-yard line. London Duncan in the backfield. Looks like Clarion may bring a blitz. Winger goes back, looking, just lays it up there. It's going to be picked off. Picked off by Central Clarion. He fumbles the football, but I think Central Clarion still has it. And I believe that was number 26 who picked that football off, Kingston Danner, with the interception. Boy, we haven't called his name yet, Governor. Kingston Danner.
Boy, great read that time. He just kind of sat there. And sometimes when you have all that time, because the ball took a little bit to get there, which is uncharacteristic of a winger pass. It took a long time to get there. All of a sudden, you're starting to think about things as a defender. It's sometimes a little tougher to make that catch than what it first appeared to be. But wonderful job that time. A nice little return. And they dodged the bullet by going for it on that 4th down. Got the ball back basically about the same real estate.
Basically right where we started here. 1st down and 10 at the 37. Hyman hands the ball off to Rex. Rex following his blockers. Rex hits a wall, bounces off of that, and maybe pick up 3 or 2 on the play. Let's see where they got it. Rex put his hand right on the back of his blocker in front of him and just followed him right through that hole. So they'll give him 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8 at the 39-yard line.
And if you're a coach, you're looking at that clock. There's 7 minutes already, is where we're down to 7 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. You want that clock to evaporate.
Well, they came out running the football on their first drive, and they're continuing that again. Here's Hyman. He's going to keep it. Hyman around the left side, trying to get to that 1st down marker, and he is hit back by Jackson Hanley at about the 44-yard line.
Well, Jackson Hanley right there demonstrates why he is so fast, because it looked like there was a good 5 to 8 yards going to be gained on that play. The hole evaporated instantly. Made that great tackle. So still it's a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and very long 4 here for Central Clarion.
They'll have the ball at the 43-yard line. Twins receivers here to the right. They threw out here quick last time. Hyman, quick throw again. Burford makes that catch, and DuBois right there to shut that down at the 42-yard line. Just that quick throw outside, looking to make a catch and make a block.
The time very, very well defended by DuBois. So now we will see an apparent punting situation. I don't think you're going to see a fake on this one.
No. Good old days. Don't fake it again. They know it's coming. They just did it. So Hansley's going to go back deep. Rex is going to try to punt it, and he's going to let it go. Hansley's going to take that ball at the 25-yard line. He tries to make a move. He's still on his feet at the 20. He's got some running room out here. Hansley cuts back inside. Good little return up to about the 34-yard line for Jackson Hanley. He took a pretty good shot down there, number 7.
Nice job on the return. He bounces right back up. Going to feel that one tomorrow.
Yeah, he's rubbing around. He stops now, puts his hands on his knees.
So that's the difference. You and I get hit like that, we're still laying there.
Oh, we're out for 3 to 6 weeks.
Our reporters in from the sidelines, and we heard all over.
He had a lower body injury, and we're out 3 to 6 weeks. First down and 10 at 34. DuBois needs to make something happen here and make it happen quick. They throw the football. This is what they really like to do. Wingard hands that football off this time to Logan Duncan. He's trying to spring one. He'll pick up a few. Good job by Hyman, number 58, clogging up that middle.
And again, the thought process is you still have to be patient with that. You can't abandon it because otherwise this defense is going to get in that lock, aim, and fire mode.
Well, you got to be honest, too. I mean, talking to Coach Wingard over the week and everything, it's like, boy, they're tough to run on. Well, they got the 4 guys up front. They are tough to run on, but, boy, you can't pass it every single time. You want to make sure that try to get London Duncan free to spring something. Second down at 6 from the 38. Wingard looking. They're going to try deep. He's got Hansley out there, overthrown at the 30-yard line. And Mason Burford looked like he pulled.
I guarantee he's tight.
He pulled something down there around the 30-yard line, and he's going to go to the sidelines. He's going to take his helmet off. Athletic training crew going to take a look at him. And that hurts.
Yeah, that is a tough one.
Burford knows he pulled something down there. He drops his helmet. And once again, athletic training staff taking a look at him. They're trying to corral him back to the bench. So I guarantee you, if I'm DuBois, I'm looking who's going to guard number 7 now.
You're going to test the secondary real fast.
And it looked like they're going to put Kingston Danner in there. Number 26, he's backing off already. Third down and 6. Wingard pressured again, looking again. He's going to let it fly, and he's got his receiver down there, Samson Deeb. And he caught it out of bounds, and it's going to be incomplete. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
You know, multiple times tonight, their pass plays are designed sideline to sideline. You know, multiple times tonight had opportunities, just ran out of real estate, at least 3 or 4 different downs. This has happened on, so now punting situation. But if I'm Central Clarion, I think I got to be playing this one a little on the nervous side as well here on this return.
This is kind of the safe, punt safe is what we called it, Governor. Back in the day, if you thought they were going to fake it, you would call punt safe.
That's a good call. It's certainly a dangerous return man back there who can break loose on his own.
Here comes the Wildcats trying to get to it. Rex is going to let it hit at the 30-yard line. It takes a DuBois bounce, and it'll roll all the way back. Looks like to the 18-yard line, and that's where the Beavers, or that's where Central Clarion will take over from there.
Yeah, it's a Clarion Ford first down. I want to thank all those sponsors. Do appreciate them. Typically, we joke, we talk about the Hall of Famer's big salary that has to be paid, but
oh yeah, I'm sure he's listening too. Once again, the third quarter being brought to you by Ascendance Truck Center. We appreciate all their help, and that punt being brought to you by Jenny Montgomery Scott, the Clarion office. First down and 10. 17's not in the football game, I don't believe. Here's Rex. He's going to run it around the right. Rex cuts back. Uh-oh, look out. He's got some running room. Penalty flag on the plays at the 25 to 30. Going to be run out of bounds at around the 35-yard line. But
the unfortunate thing is the infraction is going to be on this side of the field and did not have any effect on the play.
Anything to do with it. And I think number 58, Hayden Heineman, over on this side.
And there's been a lot of conversations taking place with multiple players throughout the night. And that brings up a big penalty after a nice run.
That's they're going to call that a face mask, and they're going to bring them all the way back. They'll mark that football at the 14-yard line.
And again, be very conservative here in this deep inside your own territory.
First down and 16.
First down and 16. Love Moravitz with it. Jackson Moravitz still on his feet. He busts through there over the 35-yard line to about the 38-yard line. It looked like they're going to mark him at.
Wow.
Boy, he got shot out of a gun. All of a sudden, I looked and I couldn't see him come through there.
Going to be a 23-yard gain there.
That's a big one. That's a big one. First down and 10 at the 36. Love in the backfield for Central Clarion. Got a problem with the sticks.
And something actually on the sidelines. But keep in mind, this taking place without the services of Burford. Mason Burford has not been on the field since coming up.
I see him on the athletic training table over there. Jackson Hanley on the sidelines for DuBois, stretching out his leg. Here's Love again, 32, he's busted loose. He's up over the 50-yard line, he's to the 48-yard line of DuBois. Alex Love, boy, he took a shot down there right around the 50 also. He's going to fill that one a little bit.
Yeah, what a tough guy. You can see, it's like he was shot out of a cannon.
Yeah. He took a pretty good shot, and he's gonna go out of the football game. Yeah, he got dinged pretty good, and he's got that special concussion padding on his helmet, and he's heading towards the sideline. So Central Clarion with a couple injuries here now with Mason Burford.
But what a nice drive, and you got to think that DuBois is starting to sell out here defensively, playing the run first and foremost. I still think even though they're doing that, you'll see Central Clarion continue to run the football. They've had so much success with it here.
Well, DuBois, number 7, Hansley, one of their best athletes, still out of the football game here on the sideline trying to stretch out his leg. Good bit. First down and 10 at the 48. Rex goes in motion. Rex has that football. Gets outside. Can he get outside? He's out near that first down marker. It's going to be really close, Governor.
I think he's going to be about a half a football field shy.
He needed to get to about the 39-yard line, and they're going to mark him at the 41, it looks like.
Right at that 40, so give him 9 on that one. Unofficially up to 114 in the game.
So two pretty big offensive weapons for the Wildcats. Alex Love and Mason Burford both knocked out of this football game right now in the third quarter. That clock continues to run for the Wildcats, though. 1:56 remaining in the third quarter as we approach the end of the third quarter. Second down and 1, more like 2. Here's Hyman. Hand the ball to Rex. Rex gets stopped in the backfield, but his second effort might get him there.
He is still going to be just shy.
You got the binoculars on him. They're going to mark it.
Shy. Probably gained a couple inches. That's about it.
And we got another injured player for DuBois. It's going to be number 6. Looks like Jonathan Reed, who's going to walk off the football field. So he's going to walk to the sidelines.
A little bit of an injury timeout. This is the unofficial timeout, if you will.
Yeah, it's like, did anybody call a timeout? No. Okay, let's go. Waiting for the white hat to blow the whistle. Like, all right.
You know, certainly player safety, these guys doing a great job of taking care of the players. I think that's one of the things that changed so much from your days and my days as a player.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't have seen that referee make Love leave that football game like they did. Third down and 1 now. Still big third down here. Briggs Beckwith in the backfield for Clarion now. Number 14.
Great job here watching the play clock. You know, Carter Hyman really growing throughout this entire season. He's going to milk that clock down.
We're under a minute left in the third quarter now. Beckwith in the backfield. They're going to give it to Briggs Beckwith. Beckwith makes a cut off the left side, and he's got a first down and a lot more. Briggs Beckwith all the way down to about the 20-yard line. First down, Central Clarion. Big run there by Briggs Beckwith.
Next man up approach has been this entire drive, if you think about it, Dave. These guys are really rising to the occasion.
Well, they're changing pieces like crazy here. And Briggs Beckwith getting an opportunity now, playing pretty well from that outside linebacker position, moves to the offensive side of the ball and busts a pretty big run. That's a big first down run right there.
If you're looking ahead to the schedule, you're thinking, uh-oh, this is what I got to face next week. Multiple guys running the football with success.
They're going to have to snap the ball. There's a 4-second differential between the game clock and the play clock. Here's a handoff to the right side. Jackson Moravitz on that carry. Going to pick up a few. And they're going to move the sticks and pick up a first down. And the White Hat's going to blow the whistle, and that is going to be the end of the third quarter. Central Clarion on a pretty big drive right now. We'll come back and see if they can knock it into the end zone. You're listening to Explore Clarion Sports on exploreClarion.com.
With so much to protect each day, Eric Schick Insurance and Financial Services is here to help you find the right coverage that fits your life. Call 814-275-2210 to learn more.
Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
Our focus has always been on you at Clarion County Community Bank. We're a full-service bank that offers the financial tools you need and the personal attention you deserve. You'll discover we're not just investing in our community, we're investing in you. Clarion County Community Bank.
Back in DuBois on a glorious Thursday night, if you're a Central Clarion fan. Up 21-7 as we start the fourth quarter. Here's Beckwith, handoff. Looks like Briggs Beckwith again, number 14, crosses over that 10-yard line to start the fourth quarter. Get him to pick up of around 7, Governor, I think it looks like.
Nice.
See if they mark it.
What a just a wonderful change of pace here.
Just busted through. Got a fresh back like that entering the end of the third quarter to the beginning of the fourth quarter. Yeah, they gave him 6 on the play. So 2nd down and 4 for Central Clarion. Let's see if the Wildcats.
Well, I'd try something to this outside.
Here's Rex looking for room. Good job by that DuBois defense to stop him short of that line of scrimmage.
DuBois was
Joe
kind
Rochetti
of thinking what I was thinking. Again, testing it outside. They rose to the occasion, made a nice play.
Keep milking that clock.
Great clock management here on the part of Central Clarion.
Absolutely no hurry.
Now the wide side of the field is to the right. And again, they've had success running really, throughout anywhere on the line. And you got to be thinking ahead. If you pick up any kind of yardage and don't pick up the first down, that you're probably most likely going to go for it on 4th down.
Hyman's got that 25-second clock right in front of him. Here's Hyman rolling to the right. Rolling, looking to the end zone. He's got his receiver, Ethan Rex, down there for a 7-yard scoring strike. Hyman to Ethan Rex from 7 yards out. And Central Clarion extends their lead to 27-7. A 7-yard scoring strike.
Wow, you talk about silencing the crowd with a play like that.
Governor, you said it all night. That's a pretty good play call. But they've been running the ball, and finally they let Hyman try to throw it. Bish on to kick the extra point to attempt it.
You're right. That's a good point, Keith. Completely
Snap is there. High snap. Good job placing that snap down, and the kick is up, and Bish, his extra point is good. 28-7. Central Clarion now on top in the fourth quarter. So let's take a timeout. You're listening and watching Explore Clarion Sports on exploreClarion.com.
At Clarion Forest VNA, we bring compassionate care to your doorstep. From skilled nursing to hospice services, we're here for you and your loved ones. Clarion Forest VNA, your trusted partner in home health care.
Good luck to all of our area teams from Clarion Ford Chrysler.
Local sales team. Local owners.
And remember to buy local at Clarion Ford Chrysler, where all your money stays to the local community.
You can afford a gorgeous, custom-designed hardwood Kerle's kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kerle's, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's FactoryDirectKitchens.net.
Back in DuBois. Hyman to Ethan Rex, 7-yard scoring strike here at the beginning of the fourth quarter, 10:22. Mark, ready to go. Clarion will kick the ball off. And he'll kick it deep. There's Hansley, who had problems with stretching a little bit earlier. Jackson Hansley takes that football and he makes a cut. He's free. He's loosed on that right side. There goes Hansley. He's at the 10-5. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. And just like that, DuBois and Hansley returns a big one to put them in scoring striking distance.
Yeah, huge special teams play that time to get them right back into position to potentially score and cut into that 21-point deficit here at the 10-10 mark.
Boy, he got loose around that right side.
You could see it being set up a mile away. A lot of speed there.
And he's not at 100%, I guarantee you. He's been hobbling around ever since the beginning of the fourth quarter. So Wingert, first down and 10 at the 13. They need a quick score. Here's Wingert looking to the end zone for Hansley. Does he catch it? He's got that football. Touchdown, DuBois. A 13-yard scoring strike. Wingert to Hansley. 13-yard strike. And DuBois not going away. Getting ready to attempt that extra point. And that was a quick comeback, Governor.
Yeah, no gray area on that one.
Barnes on to kick the extra point. Snap is high. Barnes' kick goes up, and I don't think he made it. He missed it. It's going to be wide right. So that'll make the score 28-13 with 10:03 remaining. So let's take a timeout. You're listening to Explore Clarion Sports on exploreClarion.com.
MPRC helps me with the flexibility of the class times. I'm able to balance work, our hobbies of racing, and our family time in general with being able to take classes when it's convenient for me.
Affordable opportunities are endless at Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. If you're looking to start next semester or next year, apply now at discovernprc.org. discovernprc.org.
Back in DuBois, 28-13. Wingert to Hansley, 13-yard scoring strike. DuBois won't go away, Governor.
Now, there's a reason why they've only lost 2 games this season, and we certainly know that they're going to play till there's zeros across the board.
Maddox Barnes off to kick. Let's that one fly. Going to go back. Jackson Moravitz. The ball goes loose.
There was another questionable call there
and it falls out of bounds, it's going to be Clarion's football. It's just a matter of where they're going to place that ball and where they're going to start this drive.
Put that, I think, at the 24-yard line the way it looks.
Yeah, it shot out of bounds pretty quick. Yeah, I think it went right to
So, 28-13, 9:57 remaining in this football game.
Going to bounce it back just a little bit further than what initially thought.
Mark it at 21.
Right at the 21.
21. So you need a well-sustained drive here. Hyman goes back under center. There's Rex. He hands the football up the middle of the. Is that Moravitz or Briggs? Beckwith. That's Briggs Beckwith. And he's out near a first down, and I think he's got enough for one. So move those chains. And Briggs Beckwith picks up a big first down. First down sponsored by Clarion Ford.
Yeah, and this is where you want we talk about 2-minute offenses. This is where you want the 5-minute offense to chew as much time off as possible.
Those chain guys moving those chains awfully quick and bringing and moving out those chains, sponsored by J&J Trailer Sales.
By the way, it's a Clarion Ford first down.
Clock continues to run, 9:23. First down and 10 at the 34-yard line. Here's a handoff to Briggs. Briggs Beckwith moving on that right-hand side. Beckwith trying to move again. And he's going to be pushed out of sides. That could have been Moravitz.
Moravitz, actually, that time.
Jackson Moravitz on that carry.
Those guys built very similar to one another. Both explosive backs. Big play here. Goes initially from their own 34-yard line now to the 44-yard line.
So good running. And as long as you keep picking up first downs, that's a good sign, Governor.
It is, and it's a better sign, too, if you're a Central Clarion fan, when you see defensive line with hands on the hips. It's showing signs there's getting a little bit winded out there.
First down and 10 at the 44. Hyman doing a good job tonight at quarterback. Hands that football off to Rex. Rex hits the first pile. Nothing there. Hits the second pile, delivers that blow, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. He'll pick up a few. Once again, I haven't seen Alex Love or Mason Burford come back into this football game.
I would be surprised if we see either one return.
Pick up around 2, second down and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Again, it's a next man up approach here by Central Clarion. Everybody being part of the successful running game.
Brady Goof split out here to the left. There's Hyman. He's going to keep it. Try to do something. He gets hit a couple different times, and Hyman going to stay in bounds that time. And looking down at the sidelines there, Governor. Is he getting up? Is that Hyman?
No, he is down. They're stretching him out. Looks like it's a cramp.
Oh, he's going to have to come out of the football game.
You may potentially see Rex take this snap in this scenario, this situation. They've done that multiple times this season.
Be a good call. Put him in the Wildcat position there. We would normally give you scores of other games tonight, but we're the only game in town, basically, for the most part.
Yeah, it's been a fun one. Was looking forward to this one all week because I thought for sure, wanted to see number one, the passing attack of Wingard, who, by the way, tip of the cap to him tonight. He becomes the all-time leading touchdown thrower with 88 here for DuBois. And you can see why after watching him.
88. Jeez. You think back in high school, and I'm thinking,
you kidding? Guys would finish, if they were fortunate to start 2 years, they would finish with 15 or 20 in their career.
I think I had like 11 in my career. I think. And we weren't very good, so that was another big thing. So third down and 5. Rex is at that quarterback position. You were right, Governor. He's going to keep it, and he's going to run. Here's Rex up the middle, trying to get to that first down marker. And he didn't get there, but he keeps that clock running. So that'll bring up a 4th down. They'll mark him 4th and 1. Rex goes to the sideline.
Interesting call here.
He'll get the play.
You know, it's definitely
2 touchdown lead.
Definitely where you want to go for, because it's simply too long at the high school level, obviously, for a field goal.
I think he might have got back in the game, Hyman.
Yes,
I
he
see
did.
him, number 9, walking back on the field, the sophomore.
Got to get just past that 29-yard line. Or excuse me, the 34-yard line.
Look at, he's got it.
He's got it.
And I think is that Beckwith, tough runner?
It was Beckwith.
He's got it. He's got the first down. He needed 1. He picked up 2. And he gets up over the 33-yard line. And that keeps the clock running with 5:53 remaining in the football game.
As a defender, this drives you crazy when an opponent can successfully run the football like this against you, because you're thinking, oh, wait, we know it's coming. We should be able to stop this, and you still can't stop.
It was going to be a battle of a running game for Clarion and a passing game for DuBois. So far, the Wildcats are up in that contest, 28-13. Hyman up under center, puts Rex in motion. He's going to hand that football back off to number 18, Jackson Moravitz. Holds on to that football with 2 hands. Gets out near that line of scrimmage marker, and he'll pick up maybe 1. Got him as a 2nd down and 9.
And one of the things you're seeing, all these backs and what they've done here on the offensive side is anytime they touch the football, they're securing that football, because they realize DuBois is going to go after them, try and force a turnover to quickly back into this ball game. It's a 15-point lead for Central Clarion.
No hurry for Carter Hyman, taking that play, coming back out with about 15 seconds to the huddle, and he's got that 25-second clock right in front of him behind the goalpost. Hyman takes a snap. He's going to run it straight up the middle. And he might get 1. The big thing is he keeps that clock running with 5:30 remaining in the football game.
Yeah, he does. And again, it's 3rd and long here in this situation. Again, mixed feelings on whether to throw on this down or not. I think I'd probably just keep it on the ground, because you've had so much success.
The clock keeps going. It's a 2-possession score. 3rd and long being brought to you by Best Wealth Management tonight.
Because if you don't make it, the next time you snap the ball is probably going to be around that 4:30 mark or so, or maybe 4:20 mark.
And Coach Winger might decide to call a timeout at that point. Try to reserve some of that clock, basically. So, all right, what's your best 3rd down and 7 play from the 30-yard line? Hyman's going to keep looking to throw it, and it's going to be incomplete. A penalty flag on the play.
Pass interference.
And that looks like number 20 down there. That is Dalton Reisinger.
And they actually read it very well that time. It's a tough play, but it looks like they're going to get bailed out.
And it's going to be pass interference against DuBois. And I'll tell you, Governor, I don't know if Hyman actually last minute decided to throw it over there. I don't think he was number 1, 2, or 3rd choice.
I'm thinking not.
In his reads.
I'm thinking not, but it moves the chains for Central Clarion.
That's a big, big play. And tonight, Central Clarion's got all the breaks, basically.
Yeah, some nights the ball bounces towards you, sometimes it bounces away. This is definitely one of those nights so far, but still, 4:38 remains in this one.
Football gods working some magic tonight. 1st down and 10 from the 15. That's Beckwith, I believe. He's ready to go. He's lined up in his 3-point stance.
He's ready to roll.
He's been there for 20 seconds now in those orange shoes. There's Moravitz, number 18, going around that corner. And he'll pick up a few.
They're probably going to give him close to 7 on this one.
He made that last little turn.
Unofficially, I have him at 72 yards in this one.
He's had a good, consistent game. I mean, he's gone unnoticed with all the running that Rex has done, but boy, he touches that football. He's good for 4 or 5 every carry.
Yeah, total team effort, no question about that. You're starting to see some of the hometown crowd here thin out a little bit. As Central Clarion knocking on the door here.
2nd and 3 from the 13. Here's Hyman. Beckwith in the back.
Boy, is he barking hard.
He's running that clock. Here's Beckwith. Up the middle. Briggs Beckwith pounding his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Clarion. Briggs Beckwith. From 7 yards out. Tough kid, tough running.
Punches it in here at the 333.
Sent him right up the middle, right up the gut, and he just took that frame of his, Beckwith, and just moved it into the end zone. So good job by Briggs Beckwith. Here's Bish to attempt the extra point. Snap is down, placed, the kick is up, and the kick is good. With 3:33 remaining in the fourth quarter, it is now Central Clarion 35, DuBois 13. Let's take a timeout. You're watching Explore Clarion Sports on exploreClarion.com.
Since 1946, we've delivered. From commercial to residential, we've got you covered. We proudly serve and support our local communities. Call 844-DUBROOK or visit us online. DuBrook, your trusted ready-mix concrete supplier.
At First United National Bank Freiburg, the fun bank, we're more than a bank. We're your neighbor. From savings to home loans, we help you grow right where you belong. Stop in today and feel the difference at the fun bank.
You can afford a gorgeous, custom-designed hardwood Kerle's kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kerle's, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's FactoryDirectKitchens.net.
Back in DuBois, Central Clarion up 35-13, 3:33. Play that in the lottery tomorrow. Left in the fourth quarter.
How about this? 121 points in 2 games. This offense.
They got it going. Here's the kickoff. It's going to go out of bounds. I think that's how they intended it.
Yeah, a little better off to give it at the 35 than potentially a run inside your own 15-yard line.
Yep.
Well, it's 1st and 65 right now for DuBois. We know this offense can score lightning quick.
Put up a ton of points last week against Brookville and shut them out, but tonight they ran into a buzzsaw with Central Clarion. Controlled the game from day one. There goes Ethan Rex on the field to pick up the kicking tee. That was Fonz's responsibility. First down and 10 at the 35 for DuBois. Trips right. London Dunkett in the backfield. Winger looking, trying to get rid of it, and it's going to be for intended for Hansley. The ball falls incomplete. Good coverage by Ethan Rex on that play. He's done it on both sides of the football tonight. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I know, somewhat of the game plan on this squad is they do have the ability to throw deep, and they just have not been able to get the timing there. That's short passes.
That's a good way to put it, Governor. They just haven't been able to click. He's thrown the football down there a few times, but boy, I just expected a little bit more out of that combination of Hansley and Wingert. Hansley's got one-on-one coverage down here at the bottom. Moravitz cheating over a little bit. They're going to try Hansley again. He catches it, and the back judge says no. It falls out of bounds. Doesn't keep his feet in. And Hansley's down on the sidelines. And he's up.
Yeah, I think he just landed low on the awkward side that time. Unable to reel that one in. The official's going to make him sit out one play.
He is going to be extremely sore tomorrow sitting in that 8 o'clock class at the high school.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
He'll be in the training room a little bit. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 at the 35. 3:19 to go in this football game.
Yeah, I'm always curious, when football being the contact sport, how many students are a little on either the late side or get some attention at 8 o'clock in the morning?
Oh, I could tell you a bunch of stories about the university athletes, let me tell you. Here's Winger on the snap. Here comes a blitz from Clarion. Winger trying to get it off, and that ball's going to be dropped. It was almost intercepted back there by Jeremiah Queenan. Goes off his fingertips, and it's incomplete. So 4th down and 10 at the 35, and it looks like DuBois is going to punt that football away.
I'm surprised we don't see him try and go for it. I mean,
Yeah.
the odds are against you, but look, the reality is there's 3:13 on the clock unless you're waving the white flag.
I think Coach Winger might be doing that right now. It's going to take a bunch of different possessions.
It looks too like he's calling some of the underclassmen over and talking with them a little bit.
Might be putting in the JVs on defense. Rex deep for Clarion. Good snap. Punt is off. Rex signals for a fair catch, and he makes that catch around the 32-yard line, 34-yard line. So that's where Central Clarion is going to take over.
You will see a host of underclassmen coming in on the defensive side. I'm sure Coach Eggleston will match up that same move as we're approaching a Clarion Ford 1st down.
Want to make sure we thank Clarion County Community Bank for sponsoring our 4th quarter tonight. We appreciate all their help. All the way across the board. There's some great sponsors that we deal with all year, and please patronize those people in Clarion and our sponsorships. 1st down and 10 at the 33. Beckwith in the backfield. Here's Hyman. Hands that ball off to Beckwith. Beckwith straight ahead. Gets to the 40-yard line. Picks up about 5 on that play. Clock under 3 minutes to play now. Another injured DuBois. Aiden Johnson, young man, coming out, limping a little bit. Hyman on the sidelines. Getting the play call. 2nd down and 3.
And if you're a coach, you keep on looking up there. Sure, it's going to say 0-0-0 soon.
Eventually. Even us sitting up here, it's like, okay. So Hyman comes back on the field with 25 seconds left on the play clock. Doing a pretty good job of milking that clock. Beckwith again in that backfield with his pink shoes. Here's Rex around that left side. He's got some running room over there. Rex is going to put his shoulder down, get thrown out of bounds at about the 50-yard line. Battle number 22's down there.
Yeah, Rex that time, I think, wanted to get stopped inbounds. Just couldn't get the brakes on. Defender should give him a good, clean nudge out of bounds. Not until after the 1st down has been picked up.
157.
I think they had a little bit of talk about archery season there.
It may have been discussing archery hunting a little bit.
1st down and 10 at the 48. Clarion bench saying, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Ball handed off to Mason Moravitz. Jackson Moravitz around that left side. He'll pick up a few.
You didn't give him
more than a few. About 6. 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4. Ball at the 42-yard line. Minute 32 on a running clock. Hyman comes out, jogs, gives his orders out on the play call.
Going to display a lot of patience here as he watches that clock.
He's got 5 seconds on that clock. Rexer on the right side gives that ball to Briggs Beckwith, and Beckwith's got a first down, and the ball's loose. Ball's loose. DuBois going to recover that football inside the 25-yard line. Briggs Beckwith coughs it up at about the 24-yard line. DuBois recovers with 57 seconds remaining in the football game.
And DuBois now got an opportunity to add to the stats a little bit on this one.
Turn of possession there. Turnover. Winger number 10 jumps on that football field pretty quick. I'll be trying for his 89th career touchdown pass here, possibly.
Got 57 ticks on the clock to go.
Central Clarion ahead 35-13. Wingard in that shotgun snap. We're going to pitch that ball off to London Duncan. Duncan still on his feet. Oh, he delivers the blow. Gets knocked out of bounds. Going to mark it at around the 34-yard line, I think.
Give him 40 yards in the ball game.
Let's see where they're going to mark it. They'll mark him at the 30-yard line.
Nice 5-yard gain, and again, right now they're thinking a little bit about the player safety aspect too. Not doing anything crazy, not going to page 83 in the playbook.
They got trips left, number 1, number 2, and number 3 over there. Here's Wingard taking a look. He's going one-on-one to Hansley. He's got Hansley at the 40-yard line. Hansley going to be brought down. He's still trying to keep his feet. Hansley brought down around the 23-yard line that time. Good pass by Wingard. Clock continues to run. They called the whistle. It's timeout DuBois.
And DuBois looking to cut into that deficit, but they do take the timeout.
Let's take a timeout. You're listening to Explore Clarion Sports on exploreClarion.com.
MPRC helps me with the flexibility of the class times. I'm able to balance work, our hobbies of racing, and our family time in general with being able to take classes when it's convenient for me.
Affordable opportunities are endless at Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. If you're looking to start next semester or next year, apply now at discovernprc.org. discovernprc.org.
Back in DuBois, first down and 10 at the 23-yard line. DuBois trying to get on the board. Here's Wingard. Looking. Throws it deep across the Hansley. It is tipped and falls incomplete. Good defensive play back there in that secondary.
Moravins that time with the play. Nice job once again.
Yeah, Jackson Moravins sticking his hand out there, and the ball falls incomplete.
Seems like we've said his name 90 times tonight. We've said it throughout the entire season, but he's a guy who makes a lot of electrifying plays.
Honorable mention tonight, maybe. Going to see.
We do have a flag against Central Clarion on this one. They'll march it off and get that ball down inside. It's at about the 14-yard line, I'm going to say.
Okay, so they'll mark it at the 14, first down and 10. At the 14, if you're DuBois, you really want to try to knock this one in. The game is pretty much out of hand right now, but you want that little enthusiasm going into the next game. Here's Wingard back to pass. He's going to get rushed. Wingard looking for somewhere to go. Now he's going to run it. Now he's going to throw it, and the ball's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his receiver down there.
But a lot of times with his legs, we talk about his arms, but boy, his legs, he does a great job of just buying time.
Trying to throw that ball to Samson Deeb. Incomplete. 27 seconds now remaining. DuBois still has 2 timeouts remaining. I don't know if they'll use one here or not. 25-second clock running. It's been a long football game. 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 14. Let's see if Wingert can do something. It's got London Duncan to his right, number 44.
Using all the play clock.
Wingert looking. Throws it to the back of the corner to the end zone, and I think Hansley's got it, or Samson Deeb has got it. He does. A 14-yard scoring strike. Wingert to Deeb, 14 yards. Pretty nice pass, Governor. He kept himself available, and Deeb kept himself available in the corner of the end zone, and they connected on that touchdown.
When you have that type of play, that's 2 guys on the same page. They've done it 78 times probably in practice, and that time timing was there. Throwing to an area, not to a receiver. Great play. As the Kerrs with 19.4 remaining here in the 4th quarter.
DuBois will go for 2 here now. At the 19-second mark. Here's Wingert rolling right. Rolling. Looking back to the left. He's got his receiver at least at the 1-yard line. Looking to the side, Judge. No good. Incomplete.
2-point try, no good.
Made his connection, I think, to Deeb again, but wasn't able to get in to the end zone. So the score will remain Clarion 35, DuBois 19. So big game tonight, Governor. If we want to try to recap just a little bit here with everything, Clarion got off to a pretty good start. DuBois coming back to tie it up and everything, but we've seen some pretty good athletes on this football field tonight. The Hansley kid, Wingert for DuBois, pretty good football players.
No question about that, and you see why that they were a team coming in this ball game. They were 6-2. You know that they certainly have a lot of offensive capability and solid defensively, but you have to tip that cap tonight really to Central Clarion because combination of things. There was no one thing. There was many things. It was a total team effort in this one, but a couple of guys, just simply an outstanding performance by them tonight. We're going to have a tough time as we discuss our potential Hager paving players of the game.
Yes. So DuBois is going to kick off. The Central Clarion trying to get their hands team look like assembled out there. Rex is out there, a bunch of other guys with hands. DuBois is going to pooch it, and it will go out of bounds inside the 30, and Central Clarion will have the ball at the 35-yard line, and they'll probably take a knee, and that'll probably be a wrap on the football game.
Should be the knee, and this one will be in the books.
And we're going to get the First United National Bank post-game show going for you. Get you some statistics. Got you some things going, some stats, player of the game. And we'll be with you with that here shortly. 19.4 seconds remaining in the game. Hyman up under center. Rex all the way back. And Hyman takes the knee. And that'll get the clock going. And that'll be our final score tonight from Mansell Stadium. Central Clarion 35, the DuBois Beavers 19. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll come back with the Fun Bank post-game show right after this. You've been listening and watching Explore Clarion Sports on exploreClarion.com.
Red Bank Chevrolet, Clarion County's trusted vehicle dealer. At Red Bank Chevrolet, we're more than just a dealership. We're your neighbors, your go-to team for everything Chevy. From the moment you walk through our doors, we're here to exceed your expectations with unbeatable service, great selection, and a fun car buying experience. Stop by or schedule your visit today. Together, let's drive.
This game is brought to you by Tionesta Builders? No. Tionesta Builders Supply. Family-owned and operated home improvement centers located in Tionesta and Shippenville.
Fowler's Furniture just got better with fresh new styles from Best Home Furnishings. Refresh your home with new chairs that allow you to select your fabric your way. Select stylish, best-selling furniture and upgrade your comfort with power. And pieces that are both pet and kid-friendly. Relax in a new recliner in sizes and styles to fit everyone and every decor to meet your family's unique needs. Shop these new styles now before they're gone, only at Fowler's Furniture.
Oaks Building Supply is committed to providing quality building products to the community. Everything you need to get the job done right, visit Oaks Building Supply in Lucinda. For expert healthcare, visit Primary Health Network's Clarion Community Health Center. Since 2014, we've provided family medicine, behavioral health, dental care, and walk-ins, all under one roof. Primary Health Network's Clarion Health Center is located at 30 Pinnacle Drive. Learn more at primary-health.net.
Good luck to all of our area teams from Clarion Ford Chrysler.
Local sales team. Local owners.
And remember to buy local at Clarion Ford Chrysler, where all your money stays to the local community.
For over 50 years, Carly Tire in Clarion has been keeping you rolling with quality tires for all your driving needs. And now, we're more than just tires. From state inspections to oil changes to brakes and total car care, Carly Tire is your one-stop shop to keep your vehicles safe and running smooth. Experience hometown service you can trust and quality you can count on. Carly Tire, the area's largest selection of tires. Stop in today and see why Clarion has trusted us for over 50 years.
Back in DuBois, Bob Dunkle, Dave Katis, Tyler Oakes, Nico Cosma. First United National Bank postgame show tonight in Governor. Final score tonight, Clarion 35, DuBois 19, and you have some statistics for us.
Again, I always preface these are unofficial stats, but they're going to get you real close anyways as we take a look here. Central Clarion, 514 yards of total offense, 305 on the ground, 209 through the air, 514 overall. Again, in no particular order here, it was running back by committee. Carter Hyman checking in 36 yards, 130 yards out of Ethan Rex, and Alex Love adding 32, 78 yards out of Jackson Ravens, and 59 yards out of Briggs Beckwith. As we look at Carter Hyman through the air, outstanding night tonight, 10 of 11, 1 interception, 4 touchdowns for Carter Hyman. Hauling in receptions, Burford checks in with 109, 90 out of Rex, and Jackson Ravens adding 6, and Logan Bish checking in with 14 again. 514 overall. Outstanding offensive performance here by Central Clarion. For DuBois, we knew coming in it was going to be a pass-heavy offense. However, the ground attack very limited in this one, as just 23 yards as a team on the ground. But leading the way was London Duncan, Duncan checking in 40 yards, and Wingard sacked a couple of times, minus 17 in this one. So that's 23 yards for the team on the ground, 181 through the air out of Wingard. He would go 10 of 31 with those 2 interceptions. Hauling in receptions, Jackson Hansley checks in with 88 yards, 44 yards out of Thatcher Hansley, 50 yards out of Deeb, and then minus 1 out of Landon Duncan as well in this one. But pretty impressive night for Wingard, and the fact that he becomes the all-time leading quarterback here as far as touchdowns go with 89 now. 88 broke the record, 89 as that final touchdown scored by DuBois in this one. But again, what a performance tonight by Central Clarion. 514 yards of total offense.
That's unbelievable. Congratulations to Wingard. I mean, he's got 89 on him, and he got it on senior night too, Bob, and that's a big deal. and a few more games left. DuBois is going to finish out their season against Hollidaysburg. So those were the Laurel Eye Clinic stats of the game. The Sweet Basil Restaurant winging it throw of the game. I'm going with Carter Hyman to Mason Burford, 40 yards. He was wide open, and he played it right on the money to him and everything. The Central Electric power play of the game, I'm saying Briggs Beckwith from like the 13-yard mark. He just plowed his way into the end zone. So Briggs Beckwith, and we want to thank Central Electric for sponsoring the power play of the game. Primary Health Network drive of the game. First drive of the game, maybe, for Central Clarion.
I think so.
I mean, moving the football all the way down. Parker Furniture cushioning the lead. You know, you have a lot of different things to pick from and everything. Hyman to Rex, a 7-yard scoring strike, sort of put the lead a little bit further away with everything. So I'd like to go with that and everything. Hager Paving, player of the game. I know we talked about this an awful lot, and I'm going to say Jackson Moravitz, who was honorable mention on our selection tonight.
Yeah, we had multiple guys that could have qualified, but we're going to go with Carter Hyman. Hyman, 10 of 11, with those 4 touchdowns, finishes with 209. But more importantly, managed the game very, very well. Did not get rattled. You have to keep in mind, again, sophomore quarterback, as they lost multiple players at one point or another throughout the entire ball game through injuries, cramps. He never hit the panic button and made some big plays and made even better decisions.
Well, I'll tell you what, you made a comment off the air and everything. It's like, this is a great coached football game tonight for Central Clarion. The play calling and a lot of those different variables that went into it tonight. So a lot of credit to the Clarion coaching staff, too. Something to build on next week. Clarion finishes up their regular season with Butler at Memorial Stadium. You're taking a lot of momentum. You want to play really well towards the end of the year, and they are playing at a top level right now. They got the quarterback pointing in the right direction. A couple injuries. We're going to have to wait to see how that works out with Burford, and also where do I want to go with Alex Love to see how they're going to come back next week. They may sit out with that game for Butler and everything. For DuBois, they're going to travel, I believe, to Hollidaysburg to finish out their season. They're going to be in the playoffs. So everybody's got to get healthy and basically go from there.
Yep. Again, a lot of bright things coming ahead for both these squads. A disappointing finish tonight here at home for DuBois, but Central Clarion, their offense is on a roll right now. I don't think anybody wants to face them at this point.
No, I wouldn't either. So that was the first United National Fund Bank postgame show. Governor, get us out of here.
I want to thank our cameraman, Nico Cosma, our producer, Nacho Oaks, my broadcast partner, Dave Katis. This is Governor Bob Dunkle saying, hey, let's be careful out there.
EYT Sports thanks our sponsors for making high school football coverage possible. Carly Tire Company, Red Bank Chevrolet, Dubrook Inc., Eric Schick Insurance, All American Awards and Engraving, All Seasons Temporaries, Ascendance Truck Center Clarion, Battery Warehouse, Bauer Truck Repair, Best Wealth Management, Brookville Equipment, The Carpet Barn, Central Electric Cooperative, Clarion County Community Bank, Clarion Ford, Clarion Forest VNA, Clarion Psychiatric Center, Cousin Basil's Restaurant and Bar, Fowler's Furniture and Mattress, Fisher and Father, First United National Bank, the Fun Bank, Gatesman Auto Body, Gorley Financial, Hager Paving, Heater Lumber, Hopper Corp, ShopTeamWear.com, Independence Health Systems, Janney Montgomery Scott, the Clarion Office, J&J Feeds and Needs, J&J Trailer Sales, Kale's Kitchens, Land Pro Equipment, Laurel Eye Clinic, Legacy Archery, Luton's Plumbing and Heating, Matrix Group, Macmillan's Carpet and Flooring, Northern Pennsylvania Regional College, Oaks Building Supply, Inc., PA Mushroom Company, Parker Furniture, Primary Health Network, Rooted Dental, Showcase Homes Tempa Supply and Service, Simply Skin Medical Spa, Sweet Basil Restaurant and Bar, Tionesta Builder Supply, Top Tier Federal Credit Union. Stay tuned as we thank more sponsors.